We welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Season number 4 Martinsville Round of 12 Playoff Elimination Race. And we are here live from Martinsville, Virginia tonight for the final race of 3 in the Round of 12. And we will eliminate 4 drivers from the playoffs, and that will remain with 8 throughout the rest of next round, of course, the round of 8 heading into that. So, of course, Charlotte was last week. Las Vegas was 2 weeks ago for the playoff opener. 2 chaotic races, especially early on. Lots of playoff driver issues, and now we head to the paperclip, a short track, Martinsville Speedway, one of the most chaotic tracks on the schedule. In the Xfinity race last night, we had a whole, literally, league-wide across any lap that's ever been turned in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, including even lobbies, a caution record of 21. Yes, you heard that right, 21 cautions. That was unbelievable last night. We'll see what we get tonight in the Cup Series. We had 11 cautions here last season, and this race, of course, is double the distance of the Xfinity Series race, so that's something to keep in mind. All right, car's going to be in the racetrack here in just a moment from Martinsville Speedway. This, of course,
not to mention, it did beat out the Phoenix race.
Yeah, somehow. 2 Phoenix
races. Yeah, it was pretty wild. I remember all wrecks and stuff. It was just crazy. I mean, it was frustrating too, because we couldn't just gather rhythm. But let's see the Cup race today.
Okay, of course, that was won last night by Alexander Ortega, his second Xfinity Series win of the season. He was, of course, already locked into the next round, so it didn't really matter. All right, we are live in Martinsville tonight for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series, live from Martinsville, Virginia. Here we go. And my ticker wants to hide itself. Thank you. There we go. Live at Martinsville. Cars are on the racetrack for this warm-up session. Down the back straightaway goes the 50 of Connor Abrilla. Enters this race 20 points below the playoff cut line, 12th in the playoffs, exactly where he doesn't need to be. So he's going to be looking for hopefully some good momentum tonight.
You really notice right now, in comparison to a Xfinity car, is that it's a lot easier really to brake. You just have to roll the car around the corner. And I tried to start some race starts earlier in test drive, and you don't spin the tires as much, which was probably an issue just in the Xfinity race. It was an issue for myself. That's why I lost the lead, like on lap 20.
Yeah, of course, sure. Started on pole last night in the Xfinity Series race. All right, still about 24 minutes to go in practice. Cheery, just give you an update. You're having a little bit of a sound that comes through the mic whenever I talk. It's from your end, so I don't know what it is. All right, so we'll see. Yeah, okay, it's fixed. Okay, anyways, to the inside goes Braden Hunsicker on the 94 of CJ Erdman. This is a side-by-side battle between these two. Of course, Hunsicker not locked into the next round yet. Let's actually look at your playoff standings entering tonight here at Martinsville. So 2 chaotic playoff races, both at a mile and a half, starting off the playoffs the last 2 weeks at Las Vegas, and then, of course, at Charlotte last week. Puts the playoffs like this. Matthew White, of course, 2 wins in a row. I mean, didn't really dominate the races or anything, really. I don't want to say got lucky, but put himself in position at the exact right time. You got Hunsicker only plus 23 to the good. Wilkin only plus 21. Dylan Banks, he absolutely dominated this race a season ago. He is only plus 8. John Butler plus 7. Chandler, after 2 bad races in a row, only plus 6. Ashton Miller plus 5. gained a lot of points last week after getting nothing in Las Vegas. Sean Hillquist on the bubble, just +4 to Bryce Benton, but of course Bryce Benton, after sustaining an injury last week during a last lap crash in Charlotte, he is actually going to be out for this race, out with an injury. So unfortunate for the driver, the 9. His playoff chances, barring a penalty up front, so there's something crazy like that happening, it's over. And then you got William Reagan -8 to the good on the bubble. Just been managing this round, doing what he can with the minimal playoff points he's had. Cole Clausen -13. Hasn't really had the greatest of rounds for your season 2 Cup Series champion. And then, of course, Connor Havrillas had a pretty abysmal first round of the playoffs. He's currently -20. And if he doesn't get any stage points, he's in a must-win situation, even with having to have other drivers with issues. So, very, very tough all around the fields. And we're live, of course, in Martinsville. Here's Ashton Miller in the 79 heading down the back straightaway. His 3rd straight Cup Series playoffs he's in. Currently top of the order, Richard Cherry won the pole for the Xfinity Series race last night. Of course, one of his select Cup starts tonight. In that 79, or in that 29, I should say. Matthew White currently
I was about to
second.
say.
Yeah, Chandler, Banks, Hunsicker, Clausen, your top 6. Asbel, TJ Moon, Payson Lindsay, and Connor Havrilla round out your top 10.
Yeah, just quickly, we unloaded the truck. We had our short track car, surprisingly, in Martinsville. I don't know what they're doing. So I might as well put a couple laps out there. Track feels good. Might be a little slick off exit, but other than that, I was able to roll those corners pretty well.
Yeah, of course, Martinsville Speedway, it's the paperclip, the shortest track we have in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, because Matthew White's on the wall here. And there's the 8 of Cameron Chandler. Of course, you're seeing pink all over these race cars, even a week early, even though it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The whole NASCAR iRacing FedEx League will have the whole Breast Cancer Awareness Month week next week with paint schemes at Talladega.
Yeah, speaking of which, there is a preview of mine somewhere on pit road. Yes, I just saw it, the bright pink in pit road.
I can actually find it there. Can we get to it?
It's very original.
There
yep.
it is.
There it is.
There. Hot pink on the 72 of Asbel. I don't know why, but I love those white wheels for some reason.
I know. I had them on the my last Charlotte's paint scheme. Then I just transitioned it over, and I was like, hey, this kind of works.
So far, second on the board, Matthew White. You can see, of course, he usually runs this breast cancer awareness car after being very, very successful through it. This car has honestly brought him good luck, I feel like. He has won, what, 5 races this season in this car after going winless. Here's what happened, if I can actually explain it the right way. He won race 2 and race 3 of the season at Kentucky and Sonoma, went winless for over 10 races, and then hopped to this paint scheme and has won 5 races since. And of course, this week it means even more. Unfortunately, Matthew White, I think it was the day after Charlotte, you can see it on the race car, unfortunately lost his grandmother. So we're in praying for Matthew White and his family at this time, of course. Very, very difficult time, and the whole NASCAR iRacing FedEx League is with him. And we wish him best tonight in Martinsville, locked into the next round of the playoffs, of course, your Season 1 Cup Series champion.
Yeah, a lot of speed out of that kid, though. I mean, day in and day out, he's always either number 1 or number 2 up on that board. So winning today, I believe, would be really special for him. 21
career NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series wins for the driver of the 7. It's so good. Obviously, best driver in the league, I would have to say consistently. Most consistent driver. He has the most poles also. Just incredible talent behind the wheel of the 7.
Yeah. Throughout the TCMC team and the affiliated, we always call him the qualifying merchant, just because of how many times he can snatch the pole from any of us.
Yeah,
kind of funny.
I mean, and pulling off down the back straightaway, he's gone, but it was the 48 of Dylan Banks. Of course, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Dylan absolutely dominated. Led over 200 laps in the Martinsville race here last season for the Cup Series. Looks for more of the same tonight. And he needs it. Only enters +8 to the good on the cut line. The only driver that, let's look at the playoff cut line once again. I mean, it's been such an insane playoff so far. 2.5 miles as well starting off the playoffs. The only driver that's over, only 3 drivers that are over +20 to the good are Matthew White, who's locked in, Braden Hunsaker +23, and Trenton Wilkin. They can both lock themselves in after the stage. Then you got Dylan Banks 4th in points, only +8. So these points, I mean, they are so close. 4th on back to 12th in the point standings can all advance. I mean, one mishap and Dylan Banks could be out of this playoffs for defending Cup Series champion. All right. So points are going to be so important tonight. Of course, way to earn points is by winning the pole. You also get a point for 0x. Those are 2 bonus points we have. Also, of course, winning the stage. Top 10 all get stage points as usual, and then, of course, the race points. 32 points as usual up for grabs tonight. Ooh, Zainerman way to the outside and going around on the 70 of Ethan McMillan. Of course, the Culver's paint scheme, usually a scheme we see ran by, of course, Cup Series champion Cole Clausen, his teammate, Ethan's teammate. But right now, he has the Culver's paint scheme on his car. Definitely looks a little bit cursed. I know it's a little bit different, of course, with the number and the 70. And, of course, the number is chrome, which looks very, very nice. We also see a chrome number on Zainerman's car. The inside goes Matthew White on Brandon Pfeiffer, who actually moving full-time to the Cup Series for the rest of the season and for the next season as well. No, that's actually 2J Moon. I'm completely blind. Okay. Moving back to the inside of the 7 of White. I don't know why I thought that said 18. It says 19. That was a battle between these two. Going on now down this front straightaway. About 15 minutes to go, halfway through this warm-up session in Martinsville. Oh, crossover back to the inside for the 7 of Matthew White. It'll be interesting to see. Now, Cole Clausen, oh, that's obviously a wall ride. Cole Clausen goes top of the board, but we know why. Kind of obvious. Here's 13 of Max DiFilippi. I'm running an orange paint scheme, I guess a little bit Halloween-ish. Here's the 81. Sean Hilk, which just had a really solid year. Enters above the playoff cut line, of course, not by a lot, just +4 over Bryce Benson, who, of course, will be out of the playoffs no matter what, unless a penalty comes, because he is forced to miss this race due to an injury. So unfortunate for Bryce, man. His championship vote is probably going to end here unless something drastic happens with the points and penalties. Had such a good year, but entered these playoffs with 0 playoff points whatsoever, and that's going to really bite him now. I mean, he didn't even win a stage, which is just so shocking after what a good season he had. Just for reference, William Reagan finished well behind him in the points, still made the playoffs, of course. Had a stage win, and Bryce didn't. Here's Brandon Pfeiffer, another pink paint scheme. So good to see these pink paint schemes. You'll see them all throughout the month of October, and of course, most notably, next week in Talladega. The side of that car says his mom is a cancer survivor, so some personal connections with this for Brandon Pfeiffer. Miller to the inside of the 77 of Hunsaker. Way up the racetrack goes Payson Lindsay. Of course, 4 drivers will be eliminated. Right now, it's most likely going to be Bryce Benson because he is missing this race due to an injury.
What do you mean he's making it?
Nice try. He's currently in a hospital after his horrific
Virtual
crash.
hospital?
What?
Virtual hospital?
Yeah, he's down in Concord, actually.
Oh, 13 minutes left. We got
right.
food being cooked.
Of course we do. Up
Yep.
Here's the 71 of Cole Clausen, of course, enters this race 13 below the playoff cut line. Pretty cool paint scheme here of Culver's. I think that's, what is that, cheese curds on the car? I think that is.
Yeah. Those Wisconsin cheese curds.
see it on the side and all throughout this 71 car for Cole Clausen. As Braden Hunsicker, I don't know if we want to tell him, but where are his playoff banners?
Oh.
What's going on here, Braden? Are we going to have to remove him from the playoffs because of this?
Can I be added in?
Nice try.
Technically speaking, I probably would be above the cut line.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Let's see.
My stage points mixed with
No, you wouldn't. You'd be like -20. Nice try.
also had playoff points. Had +5 playoff points mixed with 2 top 10s, 2 top 10s in stages as well. And everybody else wrecked beside me, so never mind, I've wrecked twice, but somehow fixed the car. I don't know.
Alright. Oh, around goes Donovan Hogan. Made his Cup Series debut last week in Charlotte. He's done a lot of Xfinity starts, a lot of iCar starts. Probably going to see him throughout the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. All throughout next season, probably full-time in something, I've had to imagine. Of course, playoff drivers, look at this whole mess going on.
Hold on, real quick. Hey, Dylan. Ethan Trendler eats too. He just eats silently. Oh, speaking of which.
Up into the wall goes Payson Lindsay.
Yeah, Connor Asbell's being a big back. You know, he's always got to be eating something. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. Connor Asbell. I mean, the reason the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League has such a low budget now up here in the booth is because of Connor Asbell's eating habits.
I've been up in the booth in so long.
Yeah, well, season 3 you're here all the time, and man, did you eat?
Oh yeah. Hey, you need to eat to survive. You should know this. There's 3 essentials.
I didn't know that.
Food, water, and shelter.
I didn't actually know that. All right, Dylan Banks, now that we got you in here, currently 4th on the board, of course, dominated this race last season. What is the feeling right now on the racetrack?
Feels great. Track temp's going up, so that's why the times are falling off a little bit, but feels good, man. Feels good to be back at the best track on the schedule. I know we had a bunch of cautions in Xfinity last night, but that's usually how Xfinity goes. It's usually a shit fest. But yeah, excited. Really excited, man.
When it's just 2 beat fixes back to back, I mean, before that, so. Ethan.
Oh!
Yes.
And Reagan right in the middle of the track. There's Zane Rahman. Oh, they're going to bump each other.
Oh.
Cameron Chandler to Payson Lindsay to Zane Rahman, and the one is going to spin. Oh, and he's right in the middle of the track.
Ethan, Andrew Stacy wants to know if you're going to kick him out again.
For what?
Yes.
Because you kicked him out last night. He said you kicked him out last night for no reason.
Well, nice try. His car was pointing the wrong direction. He was calling the cautions.
Ethan calls caution by making it single file restarts.
No, actually, that put less cautions on the board. So. Oh, Chandler gonna right hook his teammate. Around goes Payson Lindsay. Oh!
Ooh.
Terrible crash. Don Butler. 9 minutes to go here in practice.
Oh, Dylan stopped on the track. Being a big back, he couldn't even start up his car.
Oh, Cole Clausen is an interesting place.
I guess he decided to be one of the pit crew.
Here's Sean Rowe. Had a good run last week in Charlotte. Ran top 5 at some point. Oh, and the wall they go up ahead of him. There's Logan Giesbrecht. He's had, I don't know, an okay season for standards. Oh, in the wall hard. Zane Rahman and TJ Mooney to get slammed by the 20.
2016, I think. I don't remember what year.
Man,
No.
this whole mess as well going on. 3 wide between 3 Team Chevy Motor Club cars. I believe Bridger Cherry actually filling in for Bryce Benton tonight.
He's doing so by having the fastest lap, so.
Yeah, not doing a bad job. We know that 9 car, the whole team is fast all the time in single lap speed. So good. So far, William Reagan is 20th on the board. I mean, Cole Clausen is really kind of ruining our intervals here. See 7/10 from wall riding, but don't really mind that. Yeah, Reagan currently P20 on the board. enters this race below the playoff cut line, needs really good points, needs definitely at least stage points. So this is not looking so good for William Reagan. It was going to be tough road ahead. I mean, it was what, probably the 12th, 11th best car coming in, just being honest and true. These playoffs. Probably 12th, honestly, with Havrilla being a little bit quicker all season long. Here's the 77 Hunsaker. Havrilla needs, basically, I don't know, at this point he must win. Must win the stage, must win the race. It's all or nothing for Havrilla. Currently, the drivers below the playoff cut line, of course, Benson, who is injured, will not race. You got Cole Clausen, William Reagan, and Connor Havrilla. Oh, and there's the one Rahman getting hit by Pace and Lindsay. Around goes the 99 hard into the wall. The racetrack goes Dylan Banks. And that 19 to TJ Moon.
Yeah. We're glad that Martinsville has a whole kitchen over here. I mean, we had Ethan DoorDash and McDonald's earlier, and I'm actually cooking this.
Yeah, nice.
Got some avocado, some lettuce over here, some tomato.
It's actually Raising Cane's.
Okay, hot take. Raising Cane's is only good for their sauce. Their chicken is
Get out.
mid.
Get out. Leave now.
There is no seasoning on it at all.
Oh! Look at, yeah. In the car that made it famous, Zane Rahman.
One way to make us stop talking about food.
3 Mustangs, 4 Mustangs.
Raising Cane's suck. Like,
Okay.
their chicken is so under-seasoned.
Okay, that's enough.
Popeyes is better.
What? Okay.
Well, have you not? The crispiness on the dang tenders. And sandwiches. Like, I feel like with every food item that, like, normally you have something with, so like a sauce, it needs to stand good on its own to actually be good. So no dipping it in ranch, not dipping it in
that's
ketchup,
disgusting.
like,
That's disgusting
none of that.
too.
Ranch and huh?
I don't eat either
Hey.
of those.
What's in Raising Cane sauce? Tell me the ingredients.
Mayo.
Yep.
I got nothing. I don't know.
It's a mixture of ketchup in there as well.
Oh, it is? Well, it's better. Well, I don't know. It's okay. But I wouldn't eat it.
Let's say ketchup are only, like, ketchup alone is only good on, like, hot dogs and burgers. Anything else, it's kind of getting, Ranch, it has to be homemade. Homemade ranch with some wings is phenomenal.
I heard Pace and Lindsay puts mayo on his pizza. Must be some Arizona
See,
thing. I don't know.
No, it is not. Well, I'm going down to Arizona on Thanksgiving break, so, I have his house doxxed.
Can meet up with Pace and Lindsay. That's something I would never do.
Jason, lock your doors.
Okay. As 3 cars of Wall Ride now. It was MNF Racing 1 and 2 at one point at the top of the board because of that wall riding. But
I wish this was like NASCAR Heat 5. Ethan
Oh,
Trendler
take
can
a look
even
at what
tell
he
you
did.
this. Ethan Trendler can even tell you about Heat 5. But,
Okay.
you remember trying to ride the wall at Martinsville and it'll just grab your car?
yeah, I remember that. We actually had a wall riding challenge. We were testing Martinsville, and obviously we couldn't do that. We had to do it in Richmond of all places. Oh,
Yeah.
we get right hooked into the wall.
Speaking of Rich, I have a very famous photo of like 6 of us riding the wall, and all it says is on our way to Ethan's mom's house.
Oh, what?
Yeah. It was like preseason, and we did Richmond, and like.
Oh, we might have another one
exactly
here.
like that. Exactly like that. We're just wall riding at Richmond. But I'll be back. I'm gonna go check up on that bacon.
Okay, wow. Anyways, 3 minutes to go. Ashton Miller is going to crash down the front straightaway. 3 minutes now left to go. We have had, what, 5 cars wall ride? so don't really mind the practice times. But Ashton Miller's down in 17th on the board so far. Panthers plus, what, 5 to the good on the playoffs, so it's a good night. Oh, Lindsay gonna go around. All right, there's William Reagan. There's Ashton Miller coming back onto the track here. In that 79 machine, of course, had a really, really good run in Charlotte last week. We know he's not the greatest on short tracks, but he's looking for some more of that momentum tonight. All right. William Reagan down to 22nd on the board. Of course, as always, playoff drivers will be shown by the P next to their name, the purple on the background of their number, and then, of course, the playoff banners on the race cars. 4 drivers will lose those looks coming next week in Talladega. Who will those 4 be? We'll find out after tonight, eliminating 4 drivers from the playoffs. About 1:30 to go in the warm-up. This playoff elimination race for the round of 12 in Martinsville. Of course, qualifying should be interesting. We saw last night, it's definitely a great spot to be at the front of the field. You don't want to not qualify well because you don't want to get involved in the melee back there that could happen. Oh, on the wall goes Sean Hillbush in that 81. All right, but we did see a lot of long green flag runs last season's race here. I mean, we're gonna need that. God help me if we don't get that tonight. I mean, what? Last night's race had 21 cautions in the Xfinity Series, new league record. If we doubled that, that would be 42. It's the double the race distance of last night's Xfinity race, 250 laps now. Halfway rate going to be at the end of lap 125. So long race tonight here in Martinsville. In Bristol, honestly, it feels like it goes so much quicker. It's how much faster the cars are going. But here in Martinsville, laps take even longer. So definitely doesn't feel like it's going quick. But hopefully it's a good one. Top 8 drivers have all wall road to get their fastest laps, so don't mind any of the practice times you're seeing. Honestly, I think at this point, what we saw earlier on speed, so far top of the board is Richard Cherry. All right, that'll do it. Practice is over in Martinsville. We got qualifying coming up next from the paperclip. All right, here we go in Martinsville. It's qualifying time. Time to set the starting order tonight. Car is going to roll onto the racetrack. 2 laps of qualifying, as always, around Martinsville Speedway. Here comes the qualifying king in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series, Matthew White. What are we going to see here in qualifying? Here's John Butler. There's C.J. Erdman. And cars come to the green flag. Matthew White through 1 and 2. Oh, he locks up the brakes a little bit. Now heading down this back straightaway. Behind him, there's Pace and Lindsay up to speed. There's Cole Clausen as well. There's Sean Hillbush rolling off the track, off pit road. Cameron Chandler, he's involved in 2 early race wrecks in a row to start these playoffs. Doesn't need the same tonight. Only enters +6 to the good on the cut line. Here's C.J. Erdman as well, heading through 1 and 2. Here's John Butler. There's the 43 Hogan. Matthew White currently is 2nd on the board. Erdman is currently top of the board. Oh, Matthew White a little bit loose. Coming to the start-finish line. This is his lap. Pfeiffer goes 2nd. Matthew White is going to go P2, but behind John Butler, who currently is on a provisional pole. Payson Lindsay is 2nd. Here's Cherry, was fastest on non-wall riding times in practice. Across the line he goes in the 29. Chandler top of the board. That is exactly what Cameron needs to see. Lindsay will end up in 2nd. We do see improvements on lap 2. Here comes Ethan McMillan. Clausen is 5th on lap 1. Here's Sean Hilquich, currently 6th on his opening lap. What can he do in lap 2 here? So he heads down the back straightaway. Chandler out by a 10th, and Sean Rowe goes fastest in the 20. Chandler improves, but he is 2nd, and Cherry goes now 3rd. McMillan is outside the top 10. Hilquich will qualify in 10th currently. Here's Dylan Banks, dominator last season here. A little bit late in qualifying. One of the last competitive drivers to go. Hunsicker to P2 in the 77 on, I think that was lap 1. Banks currently 19th on lap 1. Maybe just a selling lap. What will lap 2 bring for the driver of the 48? Banks is 2nd for the 48 of Dylan Banks, P2. Currently, though, on provisional pole, looking for his first pole ever in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series is Sean Rowe. Chandler is done. He is currently 5th, but much better than starting outside the top 2 than he did the last 2 weeks. Here's Zane Rahman in the 1 car. Rahman now across the line he goes. Let's put down his first lap. Rahman was 10th. Oh my God. Rahman was 10th on lap 1. He gets loose on lap 2. But what a qualifying effort by Zane Rahman. P10. That is Jesus. That is really good. Matthew White back in 12th. That's interesting. But a minute to go. A couple of cars yet to qualify here. Zane Rahman is going through the safety truck. Okay. All right. It looks like if nothing else changes, Sean Rowe is about to get his first career NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series pole. Chandler here running around not slowly, but not at full pace either. All right. This is Martinsville. Chandler actually not doing too bad of a thing here. Actually practicing the start of the race there, looked like. Max DiFilippi on track with 30 seconds to go in that 13. And now down the backstretch he goes. There's turns 3 and 4. Across the line goes Max DiFilippi. I don't know if he's going to have enough time for a second lap here. He is 21st on lap 1. So he heads down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. 8 seconds to go, 7 seconds, 5 seconds. He's not going to have enough time. It's going to be just a couple of seconds off. Oh, literally 1 second off. Oh, I think he just missed it. Wow. And that'll do it in qualifying. How about Sean Rowe on pole for the first time in his Cup Series career? Non-playoff driver, but that's impressive. All right, welcome live to Martinsville. It is the round of 12 cutoff race. And let's take a look at your playoff standings entering tonight, of course. White is locked in, but he's starting 12th tonight. Hunsicker is plus 23, he starts 3rd. Wilkin, of course, not in this race like we mentioned earlier. Going to be starting plus 21, got to hold on to that. Dylan Banks, only plus 8, but he's starting 2nd tonight. John Butler going to start in 9th. He's plus 7. Chandler starting 5th, plus 6. Not very good, though, for the driver of the 81, Sean Hilquich. He's only entering plus 4 to the good on the cut line. He's going to be starting in 14th. And how about Connor Havarilla starting in 6th, minus 20 on the cut. We're live in Martinsville. Let's go through your top 10. Sean Rowe on pole for the first time in his career, of course. To his outside, the winner of this race last season, Dylan Banks. For number 2 will be Braden Hunsicker and Richard Cherry. Row 3, Chandler and Haverhill, a pair of playoff cars, but Haverhill minus 20 in the cut line. Chandler is plus 6. And then you got Ashton Miller, Pace, and Lindsay line up on that 4th row. And then running at top 10 is John Butler and Zane Rahman. And the rest of the field, the rest of the top 20, and then the rest of the field is rolling across the left side of your screen. 6 playoff drivers starting inside the top 10. But then you got a handful of them out, including Matthew White, starting 12th here tonight, outside the top 10. Lowest starting playoff driver is William Reagan, and he needs good pace tonight. Enters -13 on the cut line. All right, this is Martinsville. Chandra, of course, he'll get the pole. He'll take away that point, so nothing's going to matter here for that. 250 laps around Martinsville Speedway tonight. This should be one hell of a show for today. All right. It's the paperclip, the shortest track we have in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. And we are just about ready to go. It's a pair of Toyotas for the second straight week on the front row. Last time that happened in Charlotte last week, it was Trenton Wilkin on pole. And then Dylan Banks, of course, too, was outside. And Wilkin spun the tires and crashed on the opening lap. So that was unfortunate. I don't know what Connor Havrilla's doing. There we go. Now he gets it going. I guess he was sleeping. So they're going to come to the pit road this time by the check pit road speed. We'll come around another time, and then we'll go to 1 to go. Still the green flag. This is Martinsville, deep in the playoffs. It's October. Of course, breast cancer awareness on some of these race cars as well. The official week in Talladega for those paint schemes is next week. A Martinsville playoff race in October. Doesn't get any more iconic than this. Here come the cars down pit road. Check pit road speed. Of course, check their pit boxes like we usually do. Martinsville actually kind of a hard track to be able to do that because some of the pit boxes are actually on a turn, so drivers try their best, but might not work out the best. So choose code is usually going to be down the front straightaway. Nothing changes there. Hopefully everyone able to roll off pit road nicely and cleanly. Got a bit of an issue with that in the Xfinity race last night. This time looks all okay. 250 laps, end of lap 125 will be the halfway break. As we come to 1 to go for the final race in the round of 12 in Martinsville. 1 to go to the green flag. Here we go. Points are so tight entering tonight. Playoff of stage points going to matter a whole lot. From Martinsville Speedway. Cars roll down this back straightaway, ready to come to green. Shonro on pole for the first time in his career to his outside, the man that absolutely dominated this race last season, Dylan Banks. Pace car is in. We got 250 laps coming from Martinsville, Virginia tonight. Shonro, Dylan Banks gonna lead this field to the green flag. The final race in the round of 12 is green and underway in Martinsville. Good restart for the 48 of Dylan Banks in an outside lane as they head down the backstretch for the opening time. Side by side with the lead. Here's the 48. Banks coming outside. Rowe, though, back to his door. They're going to keep evening on each other, trying to lead lap 1. It'll actually be Dylan Banks across the line to lead the opening lap in Martinsville, and he'll get clear for the lead. Rowe back to second wheel. Yeah. Chandler and Havrilla starting to battle for P5. Havrilla takes 5th away from Cameron Chandler. Got a side-by-side battle between John Butler and TJ Moon as they try to get up going. There's the 7 of Matthew White to the inside of Ashton Miller, already inside of 9th. Or the 7.
Yeah, we see Braden Huntsicker in 3rd, right behind these 2 Toyotas. I would say he'd probably just chill behind them for a little bit till tires start kicking in and start making moves towards the front, because how much is he above the cutoff again?
He is plus 28, I believe. He's just got to get good stage points here, and he'll be locked in.
Yeah.
If he finishes 3rd in the stage,
he'll be locked in. Yeah, then we got Ashton Miller here. He's about plus 5, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not 100% sure. You can check on the standings page in Discord.
Yeah.
Up the racetrack big time goes Brandon Piper. Ethan McMillan, or I'm sorry, that's Cole Clausen to his inside battle for 13th. Cole Clausen needs a better run than he's having so far tonight outside the top 10.
Yeah, Ashton Miller only plus 5 above the cutoff. Cameron Chandler only plus 6. So 2 fast and consistent guys only above the cutoff line by only a couple points. Not good, but hopefully.
Oh!
Well, it is Martin. Ooh, the bumper to the back of the 99.
Non-playoff drivers getting really aggressive here. TJ Moon and Payson Lindsay. If I remember right in the Cup race or Xfinity race last night here in Martinsville, these 2 kind of got into it. right
Yeah,
ahead of
I wouldn't-
playoff driver Miller.
I don't think Payson's going to let that one go very softly, so probably a couple laps we're going to see a car around. It's going to be TJ Moon.
Battle for 5th between Connor Havrilla, who is doing exactly what he needs to do. What a run he's having so far in P5. Entered tonight -20. I mean, if you're a driver like Ashton Miller, Sean Hillquish even, that's the biggest one. Only entered +4, and then you see Connor Havrilla having such a good run up front. This is not what you need to see at all.
Yeah, for some reason, us Connors like to fight when it's a last race.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get this one done. I mean, I was minus about 21 last time, but
Here's Cameron Chandler, who's inside as they battle for 6th place. Matthew White already up to 7th. They're qualifying P12. And here's Chandler gonna drop his way to the inside, push him way up the racetrack. Goes as Havrilla goes wide, almost into the wall. He will lose 2 positions and fall back behind Matthew White in 7th. Contact back here
now
between
Matthew White
Hillquish.
and Havrilla 6-7.
Okay.
Now as we're
All right. Anyways, oh, contact between Ernman and that's Hillquish in the 81. Max DiFilippi following in there. Hillquish has actually fallen back. He's holding up this whole group. 81 car not firing off very well and pace 10 laps into Martinsville. Ethan
as we see
McMillan involved
13.
as well.
Oh, I thought 13 was going to die below the 81, but I guess not. Yeah, he's been quietly moving up. I mean, especially with all these back guys. Is that a little bit of damage on the 94?
Yeah, it is.
Front end. Oh, and the 81.
Oh, Max DiFilippi
Ooh.
had a moment.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
Just got a little bit loose on the outside. It is kind of a dogfight back here, just about 20th on back. Look at this bumper to the back
Oh,
of
here we
the
go.
back of the 19 for Pace and Lindsay. We're already having tempers flaring on lap 12. My goodness.
Well, this is
Oh.
carried over from the Xfinity. He's giving him.
I mean, this is.
I
don't know.
just-
I don't know. I wouldn't be doing this if I was Pace and Lindsay. It's a little bit early in the race. He does have nothing to lose for the playoffs, but still. Oh, he's going to move him way up the racetrack.
Wow.
They're going to be side by side down the front straightaway. Moon going to give it. Oh,
No.
give it back to him. Way up the racetrack again goes Pace and Lindsay. These two got to calm it down. I can't be doing this all night.
I believe Payson went over the radio when he first bumped him and said, "Excuse me."
Wow, that's definitely not going to make him too happy, to say the least. Leaders are already catching lap cars. Lap down goes Donovan Hogan in the 43 on lap 15. He is pretty well off the pace.
Damaged. That
He
thing's
does look a little
damaged
damaged.
too.
Side by side, Matthew White and Cameron Chandler battling for 5th place. What a run Matthew White's having early in this race. And he is clear
Yeah.
up into P5. Ooh, he gets a little bit tight there. Chandler will have a run down the back straightaway, heading back into 3 and 4.
And this weekend, it's F1 is at Singapore.
Okay. Battle for 3rd now going on between Braden Hunsicker and Richard Cherry. Donovan
Richard
Hogan
Cherry.
is falling off the pace here in the 43. Leader Dylan Banks comes to lead his 17th lap of the race, coming to lap 18 in Martinsville. We also have a little bit of damage on Zane Herman. And how about 36 of William Reagan not having a good run early on here at all? Might even be laps. Cars are definitely off the pace with damage back here. And Banks continues to just cut his way through these lap cars.
Makes you wonder what's happened to this backfield. I'm going British. Yeah, it makes you wonder what happened to the back of the field if, like, oh, there's a little bit of tire smoke. I don't know if that's something.
It's Hogan. And Braden Hunsicker to his back bumper. As Hunsicker looks at 43 a lap down here.
Look at them brakes. Glowing. Already on lap 19, too.
I mean, we've definitely made it farther than the Xfinity race last night, which had a caution in the opening few laps. We already had like 4 cautions by now in the Xfinity race. 20
Yeah, I
laps in.
mean, we could have one boiling up between 8th and 9th, but yeah, he gave the bumper to him a little bit.
Now they begin
As
to
they're
catch
catching
Connor
Havrilla,
Havrilla.
though.
Up the racetrack, way up the racetrack again goes Donovan Hogan here. They're all over the bumper of that 50 of Havrilla, who is beginning to fall back. Ashton Miller currently runs in 10th place.
Yeah, after a top 3 last week at Charlotte, a lot of momentum for that team, and that win it's coming soon. So.
Oh! They're going to check up here. Hogan, or I don't know why I said Hogan. Moon checked up the 50 of Havarillo. Looks like got on the brakes a little bit early, and that checked up the 99 of Lindsay as well, and they all hit each other. Lindsay sliding up the racetrack a little bit again.
Gonna get a good exit off of 4. Get to that number 19. Like how we have a Truex font. Moon doesn't have it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he gets a little bit loose, drives it almost a little bit deep into the corner. And back to his bumper he goes. We got a battle here brewing. Cheery up the racetrack. Matthew White to his bumper. There's White's teammate Braden Hunsicker as well. White is on an absolute roll out there, starting at 12, up to P5.
Yeah, with Matthew's pace, I believe he's running faster than the leaders, because he is just catching everyone. I mean, it's a man on a mission, safe to say, on lap 25.
And it looks like he not really saving a whole lot so far in this race. I don't know. I mean, if we go green for a while, that will definitely be important. Here's your leader, Dylan Banks, on lap 25. You got racing all around here. Emerson is trapping some cars already a lap down. These cars are racing so hard, they're bumping and banging, and this track is so short here in Martinsville. Before you know, you're a lap down. And there is Sean Hillquich falling even further back. This is not the run he needed so far, currently running in 15th. Only entered +4 to the good on the cut line. Banks has been absolutely flying, though. Currently leads 1.6 seconds over Sean Rowe. Banks the bumper of Pfeiffer. He's going to give him almost gives him a little bit of a shot. We're only 28 laps into this race, so Banks may be keeping it a little bit under aggressive with these lap cars. I believe Dylan Banks has led the most all-time laps here in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series in Martinsville as well. He is so good at this place. Continuing exactly where he left off last season here. Oh, his Giesbrecht gets a little bit loose into the corner. Erdman goes up the track, and they're right ahead of leader Dylan Banks. And it is kind of funny how much they race back here. They don't realize what they're doing. Oh, as Banks almost has to give the 80 of Giesbrecht a shove. He's side by side with Erdman. They don't realize what they're doing, wearing up their tires, losing time by racing, and then the leaders to the bumpers right away. Here is Erdman way up the racetrack in the 94 car. Oh, and he gets caught by Pfeiffer. That is poor position. You got one of the leaders, Sean Rowe, there as well. 2 lap cars ahead of the 20. Rowe and Banks have both pulled out now 6 seconds over Matthew White, who just got around his teammate, Braden Hunsicker. They're nose to tail between White, Hunsicker, Cheery, and Chandler. White is flying, my goodness. Side by side 4 position between the 94 of Erdman and the 18 of Pfeiffer. Banks now stuck behind a lap car. That's holding him up. That's the 80 of Giesbrecht. He's going to move to the inside and will try to get around him. Lap cars don't think are going to really yield for the leaders, though, in this race. Unless it's maybe late in the going and they're multiple laps down. That's the only time they have to. And now Dylan Banks has caught his teammate, Sean Hillquich. And Hillquich, this is exactly what he doesn't want to see so far. Might get put a lap down here. We're on lap 34, been green all the way, and he's going to move out of the way of his teammate. That's actually shocking, though. He's probably hoping for a caution now, because he isn't in the free pass position. We got Max DiFilippi right ahead of them. Here is Sean Rowe to the inside to lap Logan Giesbrecht. These two are just flying. Matthew White about 5.7 seconds back on the leader. Now starting to catch some lap traffic. William Reagan not having the day he needs at all. Entered well below the playoff cut line, 13 points below, and this is not helping. Havarillo currently runs in 7th. Banks, White, Hunsicker, Chandler, and Lindsay and Miller, they all entered above the playoff cut line. The only one running inside the top 10 right now that entered below is Connor Havarillo in 7th. He's got Moon and Lindsay on his bumper. Could be in jeopardy of losing more spots. Here we go, side by side between Hunsicker and Cheery. This is a battle for 4th place. Cheery to the inside of Hunsicker, and there's Chandler following in line. pace doesn't seem to be that good as the run continues for Braden Hunsicker. And Chandler is clear to 5th place. Cameron Chandler definitely having a bit of a better start than he had the last 2 weeks so far here in Martinsville. Yeah, we've been green all the way, 38 laps in. Definitely more than we could have said for the Xfinity race last night. And here we go, maybe a car pitting already, CJ Urban. They are good on fuel at the end, but tires could be an issue. I mean, you're going to be really loose at the end of this stage if it goes green all the way. So you might want to think about that. Back through the field, got a car way up the racetrack. That was the 70 of Ethan McMillan. He goes a lap down. Banks now catching, not catching yet, but Cole Clausen is in his distance. Dylan Banks and Sean Rowe are just flying. They're 5 seconds ahead of Matthew White. And Matthew White is only lapped up to William Reagan. So those two are putting on an absolute clinic up front. Here's White currently running in 3rd. Here we go. Cherry to the inside of the 36 of Reagan to make something happen. To lap the 36. Car out of the way on the bottom. That is the 80 of Giesbrecht. He's going to compromise Matthew White's line. And he'll move slowly to get out of White's way. Here's Cameron Chandler currently running in 5th. Braden Hunsicker back into 6th place in that 77, all pink this week. Amarilla just holding on right ahead of TJ Moon and Payson Lindsay. Already sees some short track beating and banging between Moon and Lindsay. Lately, they've been a little bit calm. Maybe they're deciding, you know, we're only, what, 30, 40 laps into this race? I mean, we're not going to risk anything just yet between these two. Back there is Ashton Miller. We look a little bit further back. There's Cole, or that's the 09 of John Butler. There's Cole Clausen. And here is your leader, Dylan Banks. I mean, just, he is flying. Same thing with Sean Rowe. These two Toyotas are so fast early on. They're lapping throughout this field. It's definitely cars that are especially lapped down and other cars up here hoping for caution soon. We haven't had one yet. Now, coming to lap 45 from Martinsville Speedway. Clausen track a little bit in that 71 car. Oh, he is a little bit loose. Definitely doesn't want to go a lap down now. Entered tonight 10 below the playoff cut line. And he's got Dylan Banks on his bumper to maybe lap him. I mean, Hunsicker's falling 10 seconds down. That's only 8 seconds away from being lapped. You never know what can happen. The pace this 48 car has. Sean Rowe also keeping in pace, but then they're just gapping Matthew White and others. I'm sorry, I completely did the math wrong. Reagan is only -8, and Clausen is the one that's -13. I completely looked wrong. As Clausen now goes a lap down. He's, of course, -13 entering tonight. Abrilla would gain some points. He would gain 4 stage points if you finish 7th here in the stage. Still a ways to go. Not even halfway through the stage here in Martinsville. The inside goes Matthew White looking to lap Sean Hillquist. He is just not having the day. He's driver of the 81. Luckily for him, though, I mean, this won't matter at the end of this will actually matter a whole lot more once the stage is over and we go for race points. Drivers like Reagan, Clausen, and of course Benton not getting stage points here just yet. But Piner Havrilla is, but he entered -20, so it doesn't mean a whole lot. Only getting 4 so far. This is a battle for position between Hogan and... Oh, it's up the racetrack. There is the one of Rahman getting out of the way of Cherries. We are on lap 50 here in Martinsville. Lap traffic has been a huge issue so far tonight. Because how much these lap cars outside the top 15 and others have raced each other. Oh my goodness! What is Giesbrecht doing? He into the wall he goes. Up the racetrack. We're staying green for now. Caution. Caution is out. First time on lap 51. First yellow of the day in Martinsville. And let's take a better look at that. It just looked like Giesbrecht. I don't know. That was really, really weird. just got to the bumper of Cameron Chandler, pushed him way up the racetrack. And yeah, Giesbert actually ends up the one and being wrecked here. To the wall a little bit. Just, oh, did Chandler? I don't know. Honestly, almost looked like Chandler maybe checked up a little bit, and then around into the wall goes Giesbert, bringing out the first yellow. iRacing just taking a precaution. Let's ride along on the back camera of Cameron Chandler here. I don't know. Maybe it didn't seem like he checked up or anything. I don't know if Giesbert just overdrove it that badly. Not really sure.
That was a normal braking point.
But we do have leaders on pit road here in Martinsville. Will we see any of the lap down cars maybe stay out to get the wave arounds? We'll see. This is actually might be a good time caution for them to do that. Here we go. Leaders pitting. Banks and Rowe, they both came out with a huge advantage into pit road. Will we see 4 tires, 2 tires? So far, looking like it's 4 fresh Goodyears for these drivers. 4 fresh tires for Dylan Banks. He's going to roll off first. Second will be Sean Rowe. They're going to be actually side by side, but Rowe has to give. Third is going to be Matthew White. Nothing changes there. Fourth, Cheery. Nothing changes there. Fifth, Chandler. Again, nothing changes there. And it looks like, for the most part, they're all going to roll off in the exact same spots they came in. All right, we're going to see the shoes cone for the first time tonight as well. I believe the lap cars, I'm like, if I'm Cole Clausen, if I'm Dax DeFilippi, any of those guys that are only a lap down and that aren't in the free pass position, I'm staying out here. I'm getting my lap back. It looks like they are probably going to do it if they have to, imagine. I mean, I don't see a reason why not to. We're 54 laps into the race, first caution of the day, and they are all staying out for the most part, it looks like. Definitely a well-timed caution for those guys. There's Logan Giesbert, the one that caused the yellow on the bottom of the 80. He is currently a lap down. The lap cars have got 10 laps back, so it looks like. I don't know if the leaders are coming to 1 to go and choose here. Inside goes Banks, outside Rowe, inside Cherry. Come to 1 to green. The lap cars aren't in here, so they will drive around the pace car, and there they go. 2 unlap themselves, unlapping about 7 cars now. Oh. All right, we're gonna have a restart on lap 56. What? Oh, Donovan Hogan. Not really sure what's going on here. He's back up to speed and driving away. Here we go. First restart of the night, gonna be on lap 56 in Martinsville, and we come back to green. Dylan Banks gets away nicely, but he's got Sean Rodos outside. He's actually keeping it even. Side-by-siding in the 1 and 2 they go. Oh, Banks pushes the 20 way up the racetrack as they head down the back straightaway. Matthew White trying to get there on the inside of Rowe. The 20 still keeping it outside. Banks tries to push him way up the track again. And he is clear for the race lead. Rowe, though, looking maybe back inside. He will get there as they continue to battle for the lead here in Martinsville. Look at Sean Rowe in the bottom. Banks, though, good momentum and re-clears the 20. Here's Matthew White for second place. Back on the bottom. Oh, he gets to the quarter panel of the 20 and nearly going to move up the racetrack as the cloud has gone over the sun here. Very, very shady all of a sudden. White is doing everything he can. He's trying to get that car going in the right direction. We'll have to settle for third for now. Hogan didn't get away at all in the restart. I don't know why he was stopped on the track and then got away going. I'm not really sure what was going on there, but he's back going, but he's now a lap car. Currently is 3 laps down anyways. We'll see how he's able to get out of the way for your leaders. Ooh, they're going to have to almost move up the track here. Ooh, the 43. Definitely going to make life tough on these leaders. The racetrack he out, there's Matthew White, 2 lapped in. Tire smoke, I believe that's from Cameron Chandler. Hogan does a pretty nice job getting out of the way so far. Battle, though, for the lead is between Dylan Banks and Sean Rowe. Sun is now coming back out here.
Is good.
Here's Chandler with the inside to lap the 43. And how about Connor Haverilla? What a restart he had, up to 5th place. But currently, oh, he's way up the racetrack, though. There's Cherry, the quarter panel of the lap car. Haverilla locked up the brakes big time. Cherry lost multiple positions on the restart, lost 2 spots, and also Chandler up into 4th place.
Now with those flat spots on Connor's tires, it's going to be more prone to locking up. That is not good.
We got a battle for the lead. Sean Rowe now challenging Dylan Banks. Matthew White runs third behind him. Rowe all over the back number of that 48 car as they head down the back straightaway. Banks has led every lap so far tonight after dominating here last season. In total of those races, he's led over 250 laps, which of course is a full race distance. White, though, currently running third. Solid on the opening run. Drove his way up from 12th place to P3. First qualified P12. And here is Sean Rowe still all over the back bumper of Dylan Banks. And they're catching these lap cars that stayed out rapidly. They're on old tires, so it's going to be even quicker to catch them. That should get interesting as PJ Moon moves Pace and Lindsay up the track here. They are side by side down the backstretch. Oh, they make contact. These two not very happy with each other in the Xfinity race or early in this one. They can't seem to get away from each other, but now Pace and Lindsay watches way up the racetrack. Ooh. Oh my goodness, he gets loose. Had to correct that thing. Yeah, you can see how much they've dropped the rest of these lap cars. Just slower on old tires. They're going to be caught pretty soon by your leaders. Coming to lap 67.
Wow.
Don't say it, Connor. Here's Matthew White, about 1.1 seconds back, running in third. There's Cameron Chandler, got away and running in fourth. We got a battle here for P5. Oh, Richard Cherry is sideways, going around. There's Pace and Lindsay avoiding action. Caution is out for the second time in Martinsville. Richard Cherry goes around, nearly takes out Pace and Lindsay, and we bring up the yellow flag for the second time. Let's take a look at what happens. And this time now, your lap cars that stayed out before can pit, so it works out even better in their favor. Getting lucky cautions here. So that was weird. Just lost it all by himself. I mean, it looks like
Cherry wrecking out on lap 6-7.
All right, yeah, just gets loose behind. Oh, and look at Pace and Lindsay. My God, that was close. Let's ride along real quick with Pace and Lindsay. All right. First of all, we will ride along with Lindsay. Let's ride along first with Cherry. They were battling between Hunsicker. Oh yeah, it just gets loose. That was very, very weird. And then
like
here comes Pace.
It's like if he wheel hopped.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't know. I mean, wheel hopping is kind of hard to do in this next gen, so I'm not really sure.
Ethan.
Yeah?
Did you forget to turn on restart zone?
No, that's on.
It went green going into turn 3 and turn 4 last restart.
Well, that's not supposed to happen because the restart zone is always on. I have that as default.
Yeah, it was right when we were going into 3 and 4, it went green.
Okay, well, I don't understand what's going on there.
I don't either. And they're asking, do we wait until the restart zone?
Yeah, wait, yeah.
Okay.
Control the restart.
All right.
Leader controls the restart. Okay. Cherry is pitting, of course. Was involved in that crash, brought out the caution. Second caution of the day, we're on lap 70 here in Martinsville. Cherry comes to pit road. All right, so I'm assuming none of your leaders are going to pit here because they did just pit about 15 laps ago. Pace Lindsay, I mean, I don't think he got any damage for that. Didn't make any contact with his teammate Cherry. That was so close to possibly ending both of their days. Luckily, it doesn't. They come to the choose. Of course, Banks goes inside, Rowe goes outside. Top bottom for both White and Chandler. It's honestly a perfect situation, again, like I said, for those lap cars. Able to get their lap back by staying out on the wave around last caution, and now they get to take tires on this caution. They were getting caught rapidly before. All right, here we go. Coming back to the green flag in Martinsville. It's going to be Dylan Banks and Sean Rowe on the front row, coming back to green.
That seemed like it did it at the restart zone.
Yeah, he did. That's what we talked about. Oh. Up the racetrack goes Haverhill. He is up to the fourth place. Passes Cameron Chandler as they head down the back straightaway. Chandler restarting in the inside, giving up a row. Did not work out in his favor. Side by side with now Braden Hunsicker. He's going to move that. Oh! Car getting around. Around goes Max DiFilippi in the 13. No caution yet. Now it's out. Okay. Now,
this has turned into the Xfinity race.
Not that bad yet. What happened with DiFilippi? The inside, oh, what a dive bomb. Oh, and then it was actually
Ooh.
Cole Clausen. Thought it wasn't the 81 Hill, which it was Clausen who gave him the ball.
It's weird because the caution didn't come out till he tried to spin back around.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. iRacing has been weird with the cautions this week.
Yeah.
Let's take a look from Clausen's onboard. You see Hillquich. Ooh, Clausen definitely just misjudges that. Drives really deep, locked up the tires a little bit also, I think. Around goes deep for Leafy. Alright, Payson Lindsay is pitting. He's got William Reagan on pit road as well. That's interesting.
Okay, Ethan.
Yeah.
You know that one mountain track that they have on iRacing?
Yeah.
We should totally hold a cup race.
Nice try.
One lap shootout around there.
One lap shootout. Wow, okay. Coming to the choose this time by. Shorten the caution a little bit. Havrilla has been getting really good restarts, and he's a P4. This is so impressive by the driver of the 50. He needed these points coming in.
Yes, certainly. He could have a chance. I mean, it's Martinsville, so anything can happen.
All right,
and
here we go.
And we're going to Talladega next week, which is even better.
From Martinsville to Talladega, I don't think it could get more different than that. As we're going to come back to the restart zone on lap 76, back underway. Better restart there for Dylan Banks. He's clear on Sean Rowe. Rowe in the second. And you got Matthew White up in the third place, side by side between Cameron Chandler and Connor Havrilla as they head down the back straightaway. Havrilla to the inside, going to get to the bumper of Matthew White.
And Havrilla got clear. Cameron Chandler. Theoretically, if he does get like a top 5 in this stage, no other playoff driver is getting any.
Oh!
Cole Clausen.
Somebody blinked. That was weird. Right in front of Piper. I don't know where the blinking car went. I guess they're here. They're back. Okay, I don't know. We stay green anyways.
Yeah. So the points he'd probably be if he finishes up here on the stage. He might be like minus 12, minus 11 below. There is still a chance.
I mean, yeah, you never know. He is doing a fantastic job. By far the best he's run in the playoffs. How about Sean Hillquich? Taking advantage of these cautions, running 14th earlier, and now runs inside the top 10, battling for 9th between him and John Butler. Butler has a very bad blink here. Okay, that's not what we want to see in Martinsville. We're side by side down the back straightaway now.
Yeah.
Oh, up the racetrack goes the 81 Hillquich. Butler, his affiliated teammate, gets tight, and he'll lose the spot.
Yeah, 81's on new, 81, 71, 70 are all on new tires compared to the rest of the field, so they might have their work cut out for them.
Here's Cole Clausen got about battle for what is 4th place going on between Cameron Chandler trying to take it away from Connor Havrilla around the outside. Good run, Chandler. Ooh, Havrilla keeps him tight. As they head down the back straightaway, he is clear to 4th. Havrilla back to 5th, blocks up the tires, and now here comes Hunsicker. He's learning you can't make a mistake at the front of the field at a short track like this because they're going to get right. Someone's going to be right on your bumper to take that advantage away.
Yeah, not to mention, he is phenomenal on race starts, and seeing that, ooh, bumper.
Hunsicker goes inside. They head almost side by side. Oh, we got a car going around this. Ethan McMillan loses it. And we got another one spinning. That's Brandon Piper's. The caution is out. 2 Mustangs go around. Bringing out the caution in lap 83. Let's take a look. It just looked like from that point of view, Ethan McMillan lost it on his own. Running back here right ahead of Richard Cherry. Oh, yeah, just gets loose right in front of his teammate. Oh, Cherry just floats into the wall. He goes. And how did Piper? Yeah, let's look from a better angle with Brandon Piper here to see. Maybe just trying to avoid it. It was very weird. To the inside, he goes on Gizbert.
Oh, he made contact with Gizbert, and it got him loose. That was really weird.
Yeah, I know. maybe, I don't know if that was 2 separate incidents. Maybe geese were catching up, slowing down a little bit for the crash. I don't know. I don't know if you count that as 2 separate incidents. Yeah, just too much of the gas and loses it for McMillan. Into the wall he goes. Ahead of him, around goes the 70, or the 18.
Oh,
70 goes
bear.
around. All right. Cars will choose this time. We're on lap 85. There are a long green flag run over 50 laps to start the race. We've had some quicker yellows. No one gonna pit, I don't think. TJ, no. He's staying out. So we're gonna have 40 laps to go now, this time by to the stage. Obviously Banks picks inside, outside goes Sean Rowe. Okay. Come to the choose this time. Ready for the restart on lap 87 in Martinsville. I believe what is the 4th caution of the day. Pace car is in.
Roaring V8s here at Martinsville.
Here we go. Gonna be back on our way in this round of 12 elimination race from Martinsville Speedway. Coming back to green. Restart late there for Dylan Banks. He waited until the end of the restart zone, and he's got Sean Rowe who's outside to make a little bit of contact through 1 and 2. Definitely restarted pretty late in Rowe. Got a good jump. Now 20 back to that outside lane. Side by side, they lean on each other. Here comes Matthew White to the inside as Dylan Banks is clear into the lead again, but Matthew White is on the bumper of the 20. You got the 77 Hunsicker there as well. The 50 of Haverilla loses a spot back to 6th. Up the racetrack goes Ashton Miller. There's the 81 of Hillquich, and Cole Clausen stuck on the outside. Mason Lindsay trying to fit his nose down in there as well. Cole Clausen is running in 10th right now, battling for P10 with Payson Lindsay. This is exactly what he wants to see. Would get stage points and finish his 10th in the stage here.
Yeah, in front of him, Havrilla, or not Havrilla.
Hunsicker? Or no?
No.
Hathorn. No, not Hathorn.
Hillquich.
Hillquich.
Yeah, thank you, Hillquich. I forgot what I was about to say.
Okay. Cherry on fresh tires. Oh, in the wall goes the 71 of Cole Clausen a little bit. So they battle for 10th place. Clausen going to fall to 11th. Cherry, of course, took fresh tires after that spin up to P12. Up front, it is still Dylan Banks leading this race. He's led, obviously, the most laps. Rowe runs 2nd. Sean Rowe. 3rd is Matthew White. Only one inside of the top 5 that doesn't have a win in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series is Sean Rowe. He's the only driver inside the top 6 that isn't a playoff driver. Look at this whole mess going on. Cole Clausen got a little bit loose, it looks like. Same thing with Payson Lindsay. They both go up the racetrack, and here comes Cherry to go around him for 10th. There's the 09 of John Butler to the inside of the 99 of Payson Lindsay.
Havrilla getting attacked by TJ Moon. That's a battle for 6th right now. We see. Yeah.
Side by side between Max DiFilippi and John Butler in the 09. And DiFilippi not giving up yet. Looking at the battle more towards the front of the field. Oh, up the racetrack big time goes TJ Moon. He'll lose, what, a spot to Ashton Miller. Gets back in line in 8th. Miller up to 7th now. Here comes Cherry, a member on fresh tires. Oh, up the racetrack big time goes Cole Clausen. He's in the wall, trying to save it. He does save it. Oh, Brandon Piper and William Reagan wrecked by themselves, and they're spinning out in front of the field. That was the weirdest crash I think I've ever seen. What was that? It's Piper now has to fire that thing back up. The leaders are coming. Oh. Doesn't want to back up into these leaders. So now he's going to get back going. He has heavy damage, though, on the 18 car. That was a very strange crash. Let's take a better look at this. So
I believe the car just snapped.
Oh, so Cole Clausen got super loose into the entry. Washed his way up the racetrack. Into the wall he goes. And then there comes Piper. Loses it on the straightaway.
Yeah.
And then Reagan just... What? Okay. That was weird.
It's the cars.
I don't think that would happen in the Xfinity car.
Yeah, it's the
Right
cars
along.
because that happened to me at Michigan.
Let's run along with Reagan here. The wall goes Boston News. That's
Yeah.
What?
Can we get like a cockpit view?
Yeah, real quick from Reagan.
I just want to see their steering input.
Oh, he turned to the right.
Yep, barely though.
I mean, this next gen can't really do that. And now both. That is very important for William Reagan. He now has heavy damage. Here we go. Choose and row. No, he's gonna pick the outside.
Still heavy damage on William Reagan. I think he's pretty much done.
He's rolling back on the track.
Well, yeah, but like playoff.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a very tough road ahead, especially probably not getting stage points.
As you see, Ethan McMillan being Lightning McQueen and beating the pace car out.
We're going to be 27 laps to go until the stage here. Once again, as they have been all night long, Dylan Banks and Sean Rowe in the front row. Let's see if we can get another run in here to the stage, like we did earlier in the race, that 55-lap green flag run. We've had some more cautions after that, of course. Back underway, though, in Martinsville. Oh, interesting restart to the inside here. They all keep it green and clean so far. There's the 20 of Rowe. They're single file up front. Top 4 cars. Rowe, oh, he's the bumper. Whoa, my goodness. What a send by the 20. He almost wrecked both of them. Now here comes Matthew White attacking him for second place.
Oh, over the radio.
Oh, my God, big block. Braden Hunsinger.
Over the radio, Sean just said, whoopsies, did not mean to do that.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a huge mistake. Almost lost his race car. And here we go for second place. Matthew White to the quarter panel of Sean Rose. We're on lap 100. Oh, crashing. There we go again. And it's the 50 of Haverhill around. What happened this time? We've just not been able to get a run in after that first run. And Haverilla having such a good run. This is not what he wants to see. Oh, hit the apron. That is
on the curb.
And he's right in front of Hillquich, who gets damaged. Pace and Lindsay nearly involved. Let's run along with Haverilla through this crash. This has been a ton of cautions as of late, after going green for the first 55 laps. Yeah, so... yeah, you can't do that on the exit. Man. Right in front of the field, too. Luckily, more cars. I mean, it's such a slow track. There would have been a whole lot more damage there if it wasn't Martinsville, but he will come to pit. That is unfortunate for the 50 of Connor Havrilla. That is really, really unfortunate for him. He's going to fall outside, obviously, the top 10 and probably will not get stage points here unless he's able to get fresh tires and somehow drive his way through the field again. I don't know. We're going to have like 20 to go till the stage here once we get back green. All right, Connor Aswell, what have been
on the radio?
What have been your thoughts on the race so far? I mean, first 50-something laps went completely green, no cautions. And then we've had, what, 5 cautions as of late?
You know, man, like the fine words of a great man, of Richard Cheery, I am Deer One.
Okay. Not really sure what that's supposed to mean, but all right.
They are beefing on the radio, by the way.
Who?
One.
Is it TJ Moon and Payson Lindsay?
That, a little bit of Connor and someone else. You got Sean Rowe and Dylan just antagonizing everyone. It's pretty funny.
All right, gonna restart here. 21 to go to the halfway break. Here in Martinsville, back to the green flag again. Looks like another decent restart for the 48 of Dylan Banks. Sean Rowe back to second place on his bumper. They have been all day long. These two Toyotas been controlling this race. Matthew White a little bit loose, and here comes Braden Hunsinger to the inside, his teammate in that 77 car. The racetrack again goes Cameron Chandler. Oh, there's the 81 of Hillquich, driving it really deep.
Yeah, now Ashton Miller on that outside line. That's not where you typically want to be, especially for this chugga choo choo on the bottom. But we've seen the outside work plenty of times. I mean, earlier it was Cameron Chandler going around Brandon Huntsnacker, I believe. So we know that outside works. It's just depending on how good of a run you get off exit. He's going to get clear, though, and get in line.
Yeah, the 7th goes Ashton Miller. There's the 81 Hillquich. They're all pushing each other up the racetrack. Looking back here, there's Connor Avrilla, runs 15th on the fresh tires, though, so that would be important.
Yeah, I would say he needs another caution after he gains a little bit of positions to get him back in the game. But for right now, those playoff hopes are looking slim, like Slim Shady.
Last season, he also got eliminated in the round of 12. Doesn't want to have that round of 12 eliminations to his name. Side by side between Richard Cherry and Sean Hillquich for 9th place. Hillquich pushed down the outside, way up the racetrack goes Cherry. Hillquich cutting back down low to the inside.
Yeah, people trying to cross over.
Oh, that was a loose moment for the 81 Hillquich. As the leaders will now come back to 15 laps to go until the halfway break, and stage points are awarded to the top 10.
And Matthew White right on the back bumper of Rowe. I think this has been the well, I want to say the closest because he was alongside him before that one caution with Havrilla came out. But he's just trying to find a way around these Toyotas.
Yeah, top 3 have been pretty consistent for a lot of this race. Matthew Wright running 3rd, Sean Rowe running 2nd, Dylan Banks leading.
Yeah, I mean, other than the first 2 places, 3rd through 10th are all Chevys.
First, Ford Mustang. We got a side-by-side battle between Ashton Miller, and Pace and Lindsay, as they almost make contact. First Ford Mustang is John Butler running in 11th.
3-4 Mustang. Goes to show what car is favorited, safe to say. Speaking of the Chevy, they are supposed to be getting a redesign of the Camaro for next season.
I mean, unperfect timing, because we may have a car change depending on how the vote finishes out tomorrow night. We got a car pitting, that's Ethan McMillan.
Yeah. I mean, that vote is going to show a lot compared to, like, people driving.
Oh my God!
Oh! Hard in the wall!
He just got right hooked. What was Sean Rowe doing? Or
That was not Sean Rowe, that was TJ Moon.
I mean, that was a right hook from what yeah, he right hooked him. I don't know what he was doing.
Goodness.
Are you kidding me? That's unacceptable. That is completely unacceptable. I mean, Sean Rowe can expect, or TJ Moon from this angle. We'll look at more angles.
TJ Moon just said.
So far, his.
Yeah, TJ Moon said at some point I have to pick up the throttle, and I guess that's what he meant.
I mean, yeah, that's not the best look, though, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, taking outs, like, spinning someone is one thing, but, like, physically right-hooking them is a complete another thing. I mean,
yeah, that is.
Come on.
That is a no-no, obviously. We got cars on pit road here. Maybe gonna try to flip the stage. We got Hunsicker, also Matthew White. They're all taking 4 fresh tires here. White's gonna roll off pit road first, I think. Unless Hunsicker has anything to say about it.
He
does
yeah.
not. So obviously just trying to flip the stage here, and we'll stay out. Same thing with Cheery, 09 of Butler, and the 13 of DeFilippi. That kind of changes a lot. That changes everything. Wow, this caution.
Man, I'm...
And Pace and Lindsay is all torn up now. He is destroyed. I just don't know what Sean Rowe was doing. That was unacceptable. You cannot right hook. That's the #1 thing you can't do, right hook someone.
Yeah, I mean, especially being the person that does get right hooked, it is not a good feeling. I mean, it's race ending. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see you physically going out of your way to right hook someone. Just left hook them, and you know.
Let's not give that suggestion either.
Yeah.
We're gonna restart here with
I don't
just
know,
6
man.
laps to go in the stage.
I've been right hooked. It's not a fun experience.
Yeah,
It was for race one, too.
We'll see what happens post-race, though, with TJ Moon. Usually that kind of thing is not really widely accepted, to say the least.
I don't know, we might have another Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano.
All right, we're going to restart here with 6 laps to go. Now you got guys like the 58 Haverilla running in 8th. I mean, with all these cars staying out. We're back to green. Oh, my God, they're wrecking! Oh, man.
Matthew got a little bit of run damage.
We're green still. We're still green, by the way. No one actually fully went around, and Matthew White does have damage, like Connor Asbell did say. Oh, and he's back to the inside of 36 of Reagan. Reagan has big front end damage. I don't know how that wasn't a yellow. I mean, of all the things not to be a caution, that wasn't.
That was,
3 wide,
yeah.
Down the backstretch, 5 to go in the stage. Look at TJ Moon to the inside of the 50 of Haverilla.
I thought the
Up the
50 was
racetrack.
pinching TJ a little bit.
But how
Maybe I'll
much is
change
that
stuff.
damage going to affect Matthew White? Here's the 81 of Hilkwood. She has damage as well. In the wall he goes.
I don't think it'll affect them too much. I mean, it's a short track, so Arrow isn't a top 30.
And how about now you got Cole Clausen running 5th?
Yeah, the 4th is Miller. This is great stage one.
Oh!
Chandler's 3rd.
Oh, and there's Reagan going
there
around.
we go.
And this will end the stage. Haverilla is well also involved. And Braden Hunsicker has damage with William Reagan. And this will end the stage. They will come around. They're going to have to come around with 2 to go, and that will end it. You have to stay on the racetrack, though, to get the stages. It'll be Banks Road, Chandler, Miller, Clausen, White, Cheery, Butler, and Hillquich, and Moon. Let's see what happens. So they will stay out here, take up the green and white checker flag. Dylan Banks going to win the stage. So William Reagan gets into the wall, and then just nowhere to go for the 77 Hunsicker. Around he goes, and then the 50 of Connor Haverilla trying to save the race car as well. Slides up in front of them, almost goes around, and let's ride along now with William Reagan. Here with Reagan. Oh, man.
There's like a little contact with the 09, if I'm not mistaken. It's either a little bit of contact or a little bit of net code.
Okay, I don't know why they're pitting a lap early. This really isn't... Okay, come on, guys. Why did they pit a lap early? This isn't going to help at all. So it's going to show Matthew White winning the stage, but he didn't. Well, I don't really understand why they pitted a lap early, but we're going to have to fix that post-race. Thanks, guys. Anyways.
I just leave it.
Yeah, no. So this is the halfway break in Martinsville. So Braden Hunsicker didn't get any stage points there. Cole Clausen, though, did. He's going to get 6 stage points from this.
Hold on.
They come to the choose 3 cars go inside here. That'll give Dylan Banks the 2nd row. Wow. For the stage restart. All right. Here we go again in Martinsville. So, of course, we're going to have to fix the whole stage point thing. That was, I don't know why they put it a lap early. But anyways, here we go for the restart. Cameron Chandler got good stage points in 3rd. Dylan Banks won the stage. That's going to give him a big buffer for the playoffs, coming back to the green flag, and we're back underway in Martinsville. Good restart, though, for Matthew White. He is clear. Oh, he gets a little bit loose heading the 1 and 2. He got shut in row. Now around the outside of that 20. Oh, but he's going around. Actually able to save the race car. As low. God, this is going to be very tough. To the inside goes Cole Clausen. And he's going to shove. He'll shove Banks way at the racetrack.
Oh, Matthew has control of this race. Not to mention, oh, Max DiFilippi's up here, up in fifth, battling with Rowe.
Oh, he's just going to completely use them up. My goodness. And Dylan Banks is not going to be happy whatsoever after this. Led the first 125 laps. Oh, what is he doing?
Oh my gosh!
Just dumps him. You stay green. McMillan out of the inside there. And we got a whole mess up here. There is the 79 of Miller and the 50 of Haverilla. Oh! Moon goes around.
Oh, and takes out the 81.
And caution's out again. Let's take a look. So, TJ Moon running by himself. Oh, hits the apron, loses the car, and hooks the 81. Oh, Billfish bringing out the caution again.
Hope there isn't a link broken on that 81. I think there is.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that all goes down. Sean Hillquich entered tonight, +4 to the good on the playoffs. With Haverilla running in 7th right now, this is going to make things interesting.
D-White staying out with that damage, I guess.
Yeah, he
ain't affecting him too much.
I mean, it's a short track. It's not really going to affect him that much, to say the least. All right.
TJ Moon has retired.
That's unfortunate.
One curb took him out.
Yeah. All right, working the caution again in Martinsville. Looks like most of the cars on the lead lap are going to stay out here. All right, so trying to give you a bit of a playoff update on the stage as we still have 2 to go to the green flag. After the stage, it is, I believe, Cole Clausen getting the most points. You know, Cole Clausen is now 7 points behind Sean Hillquich, and where they're running right now, Clausen in 6th, Hillquich down in 13th. That would be enough. I believe that would just be enough. It would be really, really close. That's the playoff battle. It's separated by about 1 point between Cole Clausen and Sean Hillquich. Coming to the choose. Dylan Banks goes to the inside here. That's going to give Max DiFilippi the second row. He is caused some chaos up front, of course. I don't know why he completely turned around Sean Rowe. I don't know what happened there to cause that.
We should do rally cars instead of the Gen 7.
Okay. Anyways, going to restart here on lap 136 in Martinsville. Pace car is back in. White, of course, still has that damage. Stayed out under the caution. The stage. Going to lead the field back to the green flag here in Martinsville and gets back away. A clear Cheery. Side by side there is Chandler to the inside as well as they'll head back into 1 and 2. Cameron Chandler working the bottom of Richard Cheery in the 29 car. Gets a little bit tight. What will Dylan Banks be willing to do? Of course, we know he's one of the fastest cars in the field. Oh, he gets a little bit tight. There's Haverilla trying to drive into his bumper. Oh, he's going to get there.
Ooh.
They almost punch each other around. Side by side for second between Chandler and Cheery.
Yeah, Connor is in a must-win situation right now. I
Didn't
think it's a little too early to be aggressive.
Currently runs 5th, though. Didn't get any stage points, like I said. And right now, Hillquich running in 15th. Clausen running in 6th. Cole Clausen would right now have the edge over Sean Hillquich. Chandler doing pretty nice in second place. Banks, of course, is winning the stage. Doing not too bad. And now we got a battle here between DeFilippi and Rowe. They, of course, Rowe almost got turned around by the 13. He's going to rough him up. Definitely not so happy about that, to say the least.
Yeah, over the radio, Max did apologize to that, and Sean said, I saw that.
And now the 8 of Chandler
That's all he
trying to run down Matthew White. Battle for the lead in Martinsville.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we got a car going around. And it's DeFilippi
Landing
again.
around.
Again is DeFilippi.
You spin my hit. Oh, copyright. Never mind.
Yeah, no, sure. Let's see what happens.
Herb?
Just loses it all by
Nah.
himself. Another car doing that.
Skirt. He won the race.
All right,
Hey, Ethan,
anyways.
you want to know how productive I was?
Yeah.
Today in school, we're watching cars.
Oh, wow. Today in school, I
Yeah.
wasn't actually there.
Wow, he's skipping. Hear that, everyone? Ethan Trentler skipped school. He has all Fs.
Okay, anyways.
It's going to be a dropout.
So looking back here, you got Braden Hunsicker running, what, it's 12th? Here comes McMillan at pit road. All right.
Oh.
I don't know why the lights are out in the pace car. There we go. I was gonna say. Okay.
Hey, Ethan,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. How do you feel that Max Verstappen won in a Ferrari before Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc?
I honestly really don't care, to be honest.
Wow.
'Cause we're
You're
coming
not
to
cultured.
choose this time by. Inside going to be Matthew White. Outside, of course, Chandler. And again, I don't know. I don't know about this choice for Dylan Banks, choosing the inside again. He, of course, has the fastest car in the field, obviously, from what we saw earlier. Millen now rolls off.
Here, fine. I know something that you will care about. How do we feel that the 38 has rode the wall twice?
Yeah, that's crazy. For some reason, at Kansas this time. All right, Banks was on the outs. Now on the inside. Oh, I don't know what happened there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Banks again on the inside. He's going to be restarting on the third lane. The restart lap 144 in Martinsville, back to green. We're over halfway, of course. Side by side, down in the turn one between Matthew White and Cameron Chandler. Cherry on the bumper. Ooh, Chandler up the racetrack a little bit. White gets clear as they head down the back straightaway. Cherry and Chandler once again side by side. Oh, Cherry a little bit loose. There's getting turned around as the 20. Around goes Sean Rowe. And they're under caution again.
That could have been a lot worse for that 20 car. Oh, never mind.
Cole Clausen just drives under him and turns him around.
Yeah.
I don't look again along with Clausen here. Now the cautions are starting to pile up even more. I mean, we still have had a lot less yellows than we had in the 125 laps Xfinity race last night.
Hey, knock on wood. Yeah,
I mean,
that was...
No, I'm just saying with, like, counting the race distance and all that. White is still leading with that damage. Of course, stayed out into the caution, taking the lead. Dylan Banks has led most laps, over 120.
We should have had a second Richmond race. Then I'd actually race this race. It'd probably still spin out on, like, the last lap.
Alright, so I think we're already coming to the choose. White gonna go inside. Cherry goes inside. This, I don't like this call by Dylan Banks. I don't like it at all. Hasn't been working.
I think he just feels safer on the bottom. I mean, we just saw what happened to Sean. And Sean started in 6th on the outside, so maybe it's just for safety.
I'm not sure, but ready for the restart again in Martinsville. Pace car is back in. This race has gotten chaotic lately.
Top 4 Chevys coming back to the green.
Back underway in Martinsville yet again. Chandler trying to get to the outside again on the 701 as they head back to turn 1. Banks is pushing in the back bumper, but he might lose a spot to Connor Havrilla. Look at the 50 around the outside lane. Now he's going to try to get to the inside of the 29 of Cherry. Almost locks up those tires.
Yeah, phenomenal start out of Matthew.
Oh!
White. Oh!
Braden Hunsicker.
Ooh, save it, save it!
Oh,
No.
God. De Filippi again goes around. Man, this is getting old. So Ashton Miller just loses the car, and then Hunsicker, nowhere to go, comes up into De Filippi, and then De Filippi couldn't save it. Oh, Miller just came
Look at what he did. Loose there, bonk. Oh, yep. Yeah. Still find it funny how we had that restart wreck and that wasn't caution, but these single car like wrecks or like half spins have been cautions.
Yeah, if I was throwing these cautions, they wouldn't be, but I'm not allowed to anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, it'd be me throwing them.
I don't know.
You mean you don't know? You would want it to be smooth on stream and not you just quickly hitting the yellow.
I mean, I have a key for it that doesn't actually show anything. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. This dude's putting a lot of butter in this chicken.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Oh no, I'll send it to you.
As they come to the shoes. Chandler gonna choose high here. Down finally, Dylan takes the outside. I think this is a good thing to try. So we've had a lot of restarts lately.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Instagram. Like when you see it, you'll see what I mean.
All right. The restart here.
Yeah.
On lap 153. Now under 90 laps or 100 laps to go now. Under that. Had a lot of restarts lately. Last long green flag run we had was early in the race, 55 laps. Been a lot of restarts ever since. As we're going to come back to the green flag in Martinsville yet again. See what kind of a restart the 8 can get on the outside lane. Actually trying to keep it even on the 7 of Matthew White. As they head back into 1 and 2, there's Dylan Banks on the outside. Oh, as they make contact, Connor Havrilla and the 71 of Cole Clausen. Up the racetrack goes Banks. They're side by side between Chandler and the 29 of Cherry.
Look no further, there is a lap car.
Oh, Havrilla out of the inside of Dylan Banks. Banks trying to power around that outside though. So they head down the backstretch. Look at the 8 of Cameron Chandler trying to come to the outside of 7 of White. Got the 29, that is Richard Cherry as well. Cherry drops in line 3rd. Banks the 4th.
Richard
Oh,
had
and
a little
Sean
bit of a
Rowe
walk.
is going to turn. Cole Clausen, he saves the race car. They're almost 3 wide, and Clausen going to lose positions here, and he'll fall out of the playoffs now.
And all this mess. Ashton Miller lost plenty more positions. Here comes Bank on the inside of Richard Cherry.
Battle for 3rd, down the backstretch they go. Dylan Banks, the dominant car of the day, on a different strategy than both the sub 3 cars up front. Oh my!
Again. Wait. He leaved it. Oh. Yep.
Now Matthew White catches the lap car, Banks the 3rd. McMillan moves way out of the way.
He might tack the wall up in the marbles.
He's got to be careful with more cars coming behind him.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous.
Oh, Braden Hunsicker! Oh my God, what a save. There is Sean Rowe now to his inside. Now here's Dylan Banks trying to close up to Cameron Chandler for second place. We know how quick that 48 is. The 7 of white doing a nice job with that damage. I mean, I thought for sure he would have had to pit like his teammate Hunsicker did.
Wonder how has damage.
Havarillo, like you said, falling back, all the way back to 9th, and now, of course,
Your right front damage, yeah.
Millardo's inside.
Something's broken.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah, I can see it. It is not rolling well for Connor Havarillo. Battle for second. Here comes Dylan Banks to the inside of Chandler as they head down the backstretch. Side by side again. Chandler's going to do everything he can on the top to make something work, but Dylan Banks rolling the bottom. Side by side with the 8 car. In the 1 and 2 again. Ooh, he's going to push him up the racetrack. He wants to get clear as quickly as possible. Trying to run down Matthew White.
These two fighting side by side is only going to leave Matthew growing that gap, but
he clears him.
Yeah.
Up in a second goes Dylan Banks on slightly fresher tires than the rest of these leaders, but doing it the hard way. After, I don't know if he would have pitted there if he knew they were going to pit. I don't know. Slightly different strategy.
Yeah,
he would have gave up the stage win, which he needed those points. Oh, White a little bit loose.
Ooh.
Still trying to manage that damage on the 7 car.
Yeah, I wonder if he knows he has that damage.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone like Cameron Chandler told him.
Yeah, or he may be listening in. He might have his phone inside that race car and just watching.
I don't know if that's legal, to be honest.
How Brad did it.
I mean, I don't know. Might have to think about that. Right along now with Dylan Banks. He's trying to run down that 7 car again. To the bumper of White, he'll go. Still got to manage your stuff, though. On lap 165 of 250.
Yeah, but look how smooth those inputs are for, oh, and caution.
Oh, what happens? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
That's what, the 6th time today he's caused the yellow? D. Filippi.
Yeah, 6th or 7th.
Okay, nice try. And again, just losing it by himself. He's got to clean this up. Here we go, coming up pit road, Dylan Banks pitting. Wow.
I don't think that's a good strategy call.
So cars are pitting here under caution again in Martinsville. Max Iffy causes another caution.
Or at the Cup Series is going to the W13 F1 car.
Dylan Banks now rolls off pit road easily first. So I don't know. I mean, they have pressure tires here, but they were good on fuel, so. Sean Rowe is now up here in 3rd. And what a comeback he's having.
Oh
right.
my goodness.
What?
I'm not gonna say what I'm watching, but this is
All right, anyways.
Cameron Chandler.
We're going to come to the choose here. We're going to restart with 80 laps to go in Martinsville. So Dylan Banks now going to, I think, restart 10th. More cars did pit behind him. So we'll see what he can do. I don't know about the strategy call, though. Here we go, choosing. Rowe going to choose the inside. He'll be 3rd on the restart. Behind Matthew White. He's been quicker than White and Chandler all day long, especially in the first half. here we go. Pace car is in. Ready for this restart again. Matthew White, Cameron Chandler. Watch out though for Sean Rowe. He's been quiet right now after the halfway break, but don't look now. He's running in third. Back to green we go. On the bumper of the 7 of White, he'll go through 1 and 2. He's to the inside of Cameron Chandler for second place as they head down the back straightaway. Door to door between the 20 and the 8 car. Sean Hillwich as well to the inside of Braden Hunsicker. He currently holds the final spot in the playoffs. Chandler outside the 20th row, back down on the inside, looking to get clear for P2. Side by side down the back stretch into 3 and 4. And Chandler up the racetrack, he'll clear himself for second place. Here's Dylan Banks up to P2, or P2, P7. Oh, look at that. Almost a big dive bomb to the inside, and here comes his teammate, Dylan Banks, to the outside now on Sean Hillquich. Banks is rolling here on fresher tires. And here we go for the lead. Sean Rowe on the back bumper of Matthew White. I think these long runs definitely helping out the Toyotas of both Rowe and Banks.
Yeah, but the short runs are benefiting most of the Chevys. I mean, we've seen the speed out of Havrilla on the short runs as Braden Huntsnacker just locked up his right front.
And
That's gonna hurt him a little bit.
Here comes Chariot who's inside, and Dylan Banks also trying to pounce. Where's Banks gonna go? He's gonna follow in line behind Cherry, trying to take advantage of Hunsicker's issues. Ooh, but he slides up the racetrack a little bit, door to door with the 77. They battle for 5th place. Mexico's not leading as many laps as he did last season. Still has led over 300 laps in his career here at Martinsville. And to the inside, looking Sean Rowe.
Matthew White going defensive.
Battling for the race lead. Here's Rowe. Oh, like a drive. Oh my God, what a block by the 7. And Rowe's gonna be to his inside. Matthew White pulled it all the way down there, all the way down there. Oh my God, are you joking? Come on. Okay, you know what? This is getting outrageous. We're penalizing D. Filippi.
One lap. Just one lap. Oh.
This is actually getting outrageous. Like, honestly, he's caused so many cautions. He's literally caused all the cautions in the last
He's loose in.
Again, just wrecks himself. I don't understand it. I really don't. He's the only one wrecking himself now. And then he saves the race. And then, what are we doing? I'm sorry, but what are we doing? And then Clausen gets involved there with the 09.
Apparently his shifter went from 4th to 2nd.
How?
Which is very weird because these cars are sequential.
Yeah, I don't really know how that's possible. Literally, physically possible.
Other than like if he's using keyboard to shift.
So
just go like 3rd to.
Real quick, we got cars pitting. First of all, Braden Hunsicker on pit road. There's the 79 of Ashton Miller.
Second of all, Matthew White stayed out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's good for fuel, obviously, especially with these cautions, but I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm getting input by Max by saying maybe you should listen to the radios, even though you literally can't.
Yeah, I really can't.
I just don't get the 4th to 2nd part.
I mean, but that's not even the isolated incident. He's done that 5 times in the last 20
I mean,
laps.
I would get it. I would get it if it was an age pattern, if these were the Gen 6, but sequential, that never happens.
He's been moved to the tail end of the longest line. That was his penalty for causing an insane amount of caution just by self-spins. Here we go. Pace car is in. Sean Rowe now restarting on the outside of Matthew White. Coming back to the green in Martinsville.
Go.
On that 182. Good restart to the inside for Matthew White. What will Sean Rowe be able to do on the top? He is there, side by side. They battle for the lead. Oh, but Sean Rowe gets a little bit tight and has to clear for second place. And Butts gets clear of Cameron Chandler, gives the 48 to Dylan Banks. Looking to the inside of Cherry as well.
Yeah, Dylan Banks on the freshest tires out of the top 5. So he's going to try to make quick work of that. Havrilla almost spun on the front stretch, but saved it.
Side by side down the backstretch they go. Here's the 48, Dylan Banks trying to get clear on Cherry. But Cherry, that 29, still on his outside.
Yeah.
They lean on each other.
Look no further, Ethan McMillan in 6th.
What? Where did he come from?
Do not have a clue. Culvers is celebrating.
And he's the outside looking to battle inside the top 5. Here is
Great for
Banks.
a 70 team.
Banks trying to get to the bumper of the 8 of Chandler. These long runs have helped Dylan Banks, but the short run's definitely not helping at all. And he's there to the inside, trying to get there for the lead. Oh, Sean Rowe pushes up the racetrack to the door of Matthew White. And they're side by side again for the lead of this race. White, though, blocks all the way to the inside. How will Rowe respond with that? He's going to stay in line.
She sounded so bummed. Oh, no.
Oh, McMillan almost lost the car. Here's the 77 Hunsicker, remember, on fresher tires to the inside of Hilpich in the 81.
Definitely taking action towards these fresh tires. I mean, Dylan Banks is the only one up there with fresh tires, so try to get to him, then you should be golden.
The 20 in the back bumper, the 7 again. Look at Dylan Banks trying to wrap the outside on Chandler. Doesn't work, but he's going to try to pull it down low. Chandler makes a big block, but Banks able to get in the hole.
Yeah. Miller trying to get around the 81. I believe Miller's on fresh tires as well.
They battle for third place once again. Up the racetrack goes Chandler. Banks gets a little bit loose. Here's Hunsicker to the inside of Cherry.
Like I said, that you want to keep towards Banks. You know Banks is the fastest car.
Oh, and now Sean Rowe had a little bit of a checkup somewhere. He's falling back. And now in the bumper of him goes Dylan Banks. Banks dominated early in the race. Hasn't lit a lap, though, since the stage.
Which is crazy to think, but also they did pit 1 lap early.
Yeah.
On the stage, so. Who knows what it could have been if they pitted on time.
Rowe is back to the back bumper of that 7 of White. Oh, he gives him the bit of a shot. Here comes Banks up the racetrack. Oh! Got a little bit tight. Is he still to the outside of the 20? Hunsicker now to the inside. On Chandler.
There you go. Fresh tires. Nose to tail right now.
Slightly fresher tires for Hunsicker than Banks. Banks is just trying to do everything he can to get around these 2. Oh my god. Caution out. Oh, it's Giesbrecht.
I believe Logan. Oh.
Giesbrecht goes around. We'll see what happens. Another one just losing it. Whoa.
Yeah, he came in a little hot.
No, I'd say, yeah.
That was a odd wreck.
Man, we've had really solid racing up front. If we can actually get going. All right, under caution again in Martinsville. Okay, so this race has been insane tonight. That was all throughout the day. What a race it's been. So White again stays out. I mean, I wouldn't pit for the lead if I was him. It's starting to come later into the race. He's Brett pitted. Here we go, coming to the choose again. It'll be interesting to see if Sean Rowe, he'll choose the outside. That'll give the second row to Dylan Banks and Braden Hunsicker fresher tires. Cameron Chandler actually, I believe, pitted under that yellow. Yes, he did.
Dale, Matthew White staying out.
Yeah, I know. That's I don't know.
Maybe to stay out in front of these guys, but still, it's like.
I mean, they
I
haven't
don't
been
know.
able to pass him yet. Granted, we've had so many cautions kind of not letting that happen, but I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Restart zone. Back to green in Martinsville. Side by side. Look at Sean Rowe to the outside. Here is Dylan Banks even the bumper to the 7 of White. They're 1 and 2. Here's Sean Rowe to the outside. They're side by side for the lead. Back into 3 and 4. Oh, White trying to get to the outside. Rowe is still there.
Oh my gosh.
What now?
I
Oh my.
think.
Dude, come on. Like, actually. Just drives down under the 09 Butler. Max DeFelipe has caused, what, 8 cautions tonight, I think? 7?
6, 7, yeah.
I'm not in the mood for this. I mean, John Butler really had nowhere to go. He just came down. And White has pitted.
Finally.
Finally brings that 7 to pit road now.
How many cautions have we had?
I don't know for sure yet, but most of them have been caused by Max DeFelipe. Fortunately.
Can we get like a halftime show or something?
A halftime. Nice try. All right.
I'm so. Ugh.
To lap 200 we go in Martinsville.
What? Cherry just said, I'm opening up the door for the dogs. I don't know what that means.
I don't want to know. Come to choose.
Maybe he's actually happening to let open the door for the dogs.
Sean Rose the outside here. Interesting pick here for Dylan Banks to go high. I don't know. It's been interesting to see if the second place car wants to choose the outside or bottom inside. That's been the whole debate throughout this week. Restart on lap 202. 49 laps to go in Martinsville. Pace cars back to pit road. Here we go. Once again from the paperclip. Coming back to the green flag. Here we go. Back to green in Martinsville again. 49 to go. And Banks, can he get to the bottom? In line? No, I don't know. I think yes he can on Hunsicker. Banks back to second. And your leader now, Sean Rowe. Hunsicker to the third. Oh, look at Sean Hilquich to the inside. Now to the outside, there's the 8 of Cameron Chandler getting pushed up.
Yeah,
Matthew White's in a bit of a bobble here.
I just saw smoke.
I think everyone's saved it for now. There's the 09 of John Butler on the inside. White behind the 79 of Miller as they battle for 8th place. White, of course, on fresher tires. Up front,
Lock up.
it's Up front, it's Dylan Banks and Sean Rowe trying to pull away from the field like they did early in this race.
Yeah, this is what Matthew was trying to not like let happen, but he had to pit at a certain time, and oh, back at it.
White around 79 of Miller. He's up the 8th. Now Cole Clausen ahead of him. There's Sean Hillquist up the racetrack. These two battling for that final playoff spot. Right now, Sean Hillquist holds it. And here's White to the outside of Cole Clausen. You know, Cole Clausen will conceive. He is going for every point he can, but needs Hillquist to run worse, where the 71 car is running right now. In the wall a little bit, Matthew White. Clausen now has to concede White at 7th. For the lead, Dylan Banks has been on the bumper of Sean Rowe lately. But will he have to move him to get around him? There's Matthew White. Oh, there's Hillquist now taking inside. Oh, he lets the 71 go.
You mean the 7?
Yeah, the 7. That's what I meant.
Can we get a compilation of me correcting Ethan, please? Thank you.
No.
All right.
Now up front, under 50 laps to go from the paperclip. Battle for the lead. These two, of course, started 1-2 in the race. They were inverted for most of it. Sean Rowe and Dylan Banks.
Yeah, that 20 was around 2, like 30 laps ago. Yeah, probably
I know.
more than that.
At this point, more. It feels like 30 laps ago, but it's Martinsville, so laps go quick here.
Yeah.
You're only coming to 40 to go. If this one goes green, this is going to be over pretty quickly.
Knock on wood.
We'll see.
I was really hoping a caution would have came out like right there.
Yeah. Funny.
Would have been really funny.
Battle here for 3rd. Here's Cameron Chandler. He's done exactly what he needed to do today, not tearing up his stuff so far, to the inside of Braden Hunsicker for 3rd place. And he will take that spot away. Up to 3rd is Cameron Chandler. Hunsicker back to 4th.
You tagged the wall off 4. Just briefly, but slowly starting to catch those 3. And he might have enough time, but it's just going to all depend on how these front 2 lap times are compared to Matthews.
Dylan Banks is definitely faster than this 20, but he's, of course, stuck behind him. He's on his bumper. What will he be willing to do? He gets a little bit loose as they head down the back straightaway again. Does he think it's maybe go time? He sees Chandler coming. He knows he's being held up. What will he be willing to do? On the bump. Oh! Braden Hunsicker. He was sideways. And now Cherry gets around him. He's got his teammate, Matthew White, working inside now. He's going to maybe lose 2 spots from this. White slots in to 5th. There's Ashton Miller battling with Sean Hillquist. And Cole Clausen has fell outside the top 10 now. This is not what he wants to see. Battling for the final spots inside the round of 8.
I believe Dylan Banks just went over the radio and said, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." So, I don't know.
I mean, maybe he's planning something. 35 laps to go in Martinsville.
Wall rides it.
Yeah, that's kind of illegal.
Just because Hamlin got knocked out of the playoffs doesn't mean it's illegal.
It's illegal in FedEx. It's been illegal in FedEx since Trenton Wilkin, I think, tried it at the SRX race. We're catching
Someone actually tried to do that.
Yeah, it was Trenton Wilkin in an SRX Lobbies race. They're catching some lap traffic. Connor Haverlo is actually involved here, running in 13th. Fortunate night at the end for him.
Yeah, he's done so good in the beginning half. Just Martinsville takes over, and it doesn't treat some people correct. As Matthew White just got around Richard Cheery.
Up the 4th goes the 7. He's on the slightly fresher tires than Cameron Chandler. We got a slower car. That's the 36 of Reagan. 48 of Dylan Banks has been very patient on the bumper of Sean Rowe. If I was him, I would not be. Oh, he's in the wall. And Rowe up the racetrack a little bit now. He's going to try to maybe look to the inside. He knows he's got to go. The Chandler machine in the 8 is coming.
Those brake calibers are glowing. Looking like some molten lava right now.
Yep.
We should totally do a race, turn down the temperature where the rubber does not compact in and it turns into a Bristol race.
Watch up the racetrack. Dylan Banks lost maybe a car length because of that. He got locked up the tires a little bit. And now what is he trying? You'll see him wash up the track here, cutting back down low, trying a different line. What now? Caution's out. I don't know. What happened?
Oh.
There's no one around. I don't know.
I think it was Cole Clausen.
Was it? Why is the caution out? iRacing.
Pretty?
I don't think
No. Or was it McMillan?
so.
Huh?
What? Why is the caution out? No one went around. I don't understand what iRacing's doing. Why is the caution out? Oh, no, someone did go around. Oh! I'm mistaken. I thought iRacing just threw a phantom caution for no reason. Whoa, my God. He just loses the car and head onto the wall, basically. What a hit.
It looked like a,
He just reset so quickly, I didn't notice.
yeah. Kind of looked like the,
All right, so real quick, we have cars on pit road. Dylan Banks pitting. Braden Hunsicker as well. I don't know about this. Off pit road goes Banks. They'll restart probably in 7th. Armand stays out, so does the 50 of Havrilla. And they're leading right now, Sean Rowe. Another caution comes out that changes everything. We'll see. I mean, is it too late in the race to pit at this point for Dylan?
I don't know.
I mean, it's Martinsville. We're going to restart with 25 to go, I think. So, I don't know.
It's going to be one of those things, you know, where you don't want to wake up.
What?
I was trying to quote something, but it just flew over. Cool.
All right, coming to the choose this time by here in Martinsville. Here we go. I'm obviously going to see Rowe choose the inside. Ortega in the Xfinity race last night did surprise us by choosing the outside. That won't happen. So inside, outside goes Chandler. Inside goes Matthew White. Outside, Ashton Miller. And there's Dylan Banks also pitting where Cheery and Hunsicker. Banks, I think, still has the most, probably the fastest race car, but hasn't had the track position after the stage.
I mean, he did have the track position, then he pitted.
Here we go, pace car back to pit road. 26 remain in Martinsville.
That's
starting to come to
up
the end
in
of
the
this
top
thing.
5.
Yeah, Ramon staying out. Back to the green flag. Oh, he does not get going. Ramon back there. Back to the green they go. Rowe gets clear side by side now for P2 between Chandler and White as they head down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Matthew White needs to clear Chandler as quick as possible because Dylan Banks is flying right now.
Oh, car spinning! And the caution's out.
We're gonna have to do it again. Da, 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 da.
What happened this time? Let's see what happens.
Can we go back to Phoenix next season?
The apron. Oh yeah, got another case of a car hitting the apron and losing it. Just been kind of a situation that's been happening a lot tonight. Let's look from the blimp now with him. This race has gotten insane. And, I mean, after the long green flag run early on, like 55 or so laps, I thought this race could have been maybe kind of calm. We only had 11 cautions last season. I say only. That's like the max we ever get in a cup race, but it's Martinsville, so, you know. We had 21 in the Xfinity race last night. That was only 125 laps. I mean, the average amount of cautions per laps is definitely a lot better than Xfinity, but it might be kind of close after that. Because if it's double the race distance of the Xfinity series. Here we go. I think we're ready. I don't know if we're coming to the choose. I think we are. Yes, we are. Inside Sean Rowe. Outside Cameron Chandler. Inside, Dylan Banks goes to the inside. Again, I don't know. The outside, remember, worked for him last time when he was trying to do something up there. going to restart in the third lane. That's definitely a risk, but we'll see if it pays out. Sean Rowe and Cameron Chandler going to lead this field back to the green flag. Sean Rowe, he's had a good day looking to finish this one off, maybe for his first career win. Started on pole. Here we go, once again in Martinsville. Rowe and Chandler going to lead us back to this green flag. Here we go. Good restart. The top two as they head back into 1 and 2. Rowe clearing his second place. Oh, the 7 gets to the quarter panel of the 8 car of Chandler on the side-by-side, heading down the back straightaway. Dylan Banks trying to follow in line as well. Oh, Matthew White locks them. Oh, they're crashing.
Oh my
Hard to the
gosh.
wall. Braden Hunsicker. Oh, we got a big crash. It's Ashton Miller involved. Sean Hillquist, Braden Hunsicker spins. So does Cole Clausen. And man, this one gets unraveled again.
Over 22 cautions.
I'm not really sure.
Has been really close.
So.
Oh my, cooked it
Oh,
in.
Ramon.
Yeah.
What? Okay. And they just pile up again.
Airtime by the 79.
Man, this race has just. Wow.
I'm so glad I didn't race.
I mean, Martinsville's always known as the chaotic race on the calendar. I don't know if we can take another year of this, to be honest, both Cup and Xfinity, the way it's been this season. Oh, Ashton Miller, nowhere to go. Tried to make a evasive action to avoid, just didn't really work out. All right, so everyone probably gonna, I don't think anyone's gonna pit at this point. 20 laps to go, I don't see anyone else pitting. This race is long. Thank God we didn't have the same amount of cautions per lap as the Xfinity Series, but my God, we would be here forever. It'd be like the Charlotte 600. So coming to the choose here, we're gonna restart with 18 to go. Here we go, pace car back in. This race has been insane after the first half. Matthew White actually chose the outside with Chandler, the second place car on the inside. We go back to green. Good restart for Rowe. Chandler now trying to keep it even on the 7 of White. Stay out of the inside, battle for second place, side by side. Down the back straightaway, look at the fresher tires though, coming for Dylan Banks. Will he be able to, oh, Cheery. Look at him on the bottom. Oh, and he goes around.
Oh!
Caution, my God.
Did he hit the curb? Loose in.
Just locks him up. And then just
Loose in.
couldn't save it. Another case of not being able to save the car here in Martinsville. Man, sure, God. This race is not short, to say the least. Let me check for you real quick. We have been going for an hour and 40 minutes tonight. That is over the average distance of a Cup race. The average distance of a Cup race about just under an hour and a half usually for the actual race part.
Yeah, I think we should have done 200 laps.
I mean, without these
This is taking
cautions,
too long.
yeah, without these cautions, we would have been done. But all right, here we go. Choose again. Row inside. Now White again going to choose the outside. He actually had second because the caution came out so quickly there. Dylan Banks chooses the high lane here for fourth. This is.
Can we just get to the end?
Yeah, I know. I mean, they've done a good job racing up front, but actually, I'm not even. What am I even saying? They've wrecked up front as well. Been chaotic all around. 14 to go in Martinsville. We'll see if we can maybe decide this one. Kind of doubt it with the amount of cautions we've had. Here we go, back to green again. Bro, now look at Banks is pushing the 7 of white through the corner as they head down the back straightaway. The 50 of Haverilla down to the inside. There's the 8 of Chandler. They're 3 and 4.
Ooh, a little bit of lockup out of Haverilla. Banks is gonna get clear of him.
Oh, and he
Now
knows
he's
he
gonna
has
try
to go.
You.
He knows he's got to go. Battle for 3rd place between Dylan Banks and Cameron Chandler.
Now, can Matthew White catch that 20 car before Banks gets to him? 12 to go. Banks finally getting clear of Cameron Chandler.
Now he's
Now he's gonna set his eyes on Matthew White.
Rotho still leading, coming through 11 laps to go in Martinsville. Chandler on the bumper of Banks yet again.
Banks is running
now.
a completely different line compared to everybody else. He's entering
Banks.
in lower than everyone.
Yeah, Banks, of course. Oh my God, the crash again.
Oh!
Can he save it? Of course, no. Okay, caution. Let's see. What is?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know what that was. I don't know
Incredible
why he did
job
that.
for Havrilla to keep it some sort of straight. But, oh my gosh.
Man, he just completely overdrove that. Wow. And around, doesn't go fully round. I mean, we've had about 15 cautions tonight that wouldn't have been cautions last season because all the cautions weren't on.
I believe
Honestly,
Havrilla hit the 81 under yellow.
This is definitely the race where we probably should have turned off all the yellows at this point. It's just too much. Banks, of course, is going to stay out again for the playoffs. Hilquich still runs 5th. He would have that final spot. Right now, it would be, as I think we're coming to the choose this time, right now it would be White, of course, locked in. Hunsicker, I don't know about Wilkin. I think he would still be okay. Banks, John Butler, Cameron Chandler, Ashton Miller, and Sean Hilquich. Of course, points got all messed up with the stage, so we're going to have to do them manually right after the race, and we'll get you an official points update after that. All right, here we go. Going to be 7 laps to go in Martinsville. Ready for this restart.
Ethan's gonna give you all the update because I'm gonna be asleep already.
And of course, got intensity to finish this one off. 7 to go, and intensity after the race. Because the issues with the stage and all that, that'll decide it all. All right, here we go. 7 laps to go at the Martinsville Speedway. Back to green. Oh, good restart by Sean Rowe. He's going to try to cover off Matthew White. And here comes Dylan Banks to the inside for P2. On the 7. Oh my God, they're crashing again.
Oh my gosh.
Caution.
Hey, so I think we should do like top 10 commentary or interviews, probably even top.
Yeah, we're not doing all
5.
the interviews. No.
Yeah.
And now it's another playoff driver getting turned around, and around goes Havrilla. So, just loses it. I don't know what that was. That was like, what?
Maybe I'm thinking some people might be out of tires and they're just going on already spun out tires. I don't know, man.
This is easily the most cautions in NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series history.
It does beat out Phoenix.
Unfortunately, back-to-back weeks of that, or back-to-back nights of that with the Xfinity Series.
Can we go back to Phoenix, please?
You'll see. Connor, be patient.
Okay.
All right, we're going to restart here. 3 laps to go. Matthew White chooses the inside. Banks on the outside. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Only be 3 laps to go now. Here we go. 3 to hopefully finish it out. Oh my God. Here in Martinsville. Up the racetrack they go. Coming back to the green flag. And back to green in Martinsville yet again. As they head back into 1 and 2. Good restart for Sean Rowe. He is clear. Now Dylan Banks trying to clear outside. Gets a run and is around Matthew White. What will he be willing to do? The bumper of the 20 of Rowe. Oh, he's going to move up the racetrack. He gets almost moved up the racetrack. 2 laps to go in Martinsville. And he's to the inside. Here comes Dylan Banks. Oh, he's going to turn him. Oh, and Matthew White pushes his way through. And we stay green for some reason.
Ow! White
1 to
flag!
go.
Over the radio, Dylan Banks locked it up into Sean Rowe. Matthew White.
Oh! What are they doing? What are they doing? And they crash across the line. White's gonna
Matthew
win.
White wins at Martinsville for his grandmother.
Yep. And he'll still sweep the rounds.
Oh,
What a horrible race.
He-
I'm just gonna be honest. What a horrible race. And Banks, after all of this crap, is gonna finish in 14th. Oh my God. He just got ran over. We'll have to see what happened on the last 2 laps there.
oh, Cole Clausen just flew.
White comes out of nowhere, though. Again, 3rd straight
Yeah.
week.
Make that 6 wins for that paint scheme alone. Cameron Chandler 2nd. Wait, did Rowe finish 3rd?
Yes.
Wow. Christian Miller top 10, Cheery top 5, McMillan 7th, Butler 8th, Clausen 9th. And would you look at that? Take a look at what he did himself, 10th. And I don't know why it's saying that I raced. We'll do it here at Martinsville. Post-race coverage will be coming up soon. Ethan, shall we look at that final lap?
Yep. Should never come back here again.
Well,
Anyways.
depending on what car.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we'll check pretty soon. That's all I say.
For the lead, these two, of course, led all.
Yeah,
just
Locks
fortunate.
her up.
And then here comes White on by, almost wrecks the 48 of Banks, and he falls back after that.
What happened here? No, it's next lap. It's a bump.
What is Ashton Miller doing? Just pushes his way through. Rex Dylan Banks. We're gonna have to see what goes on the points now because Clausen finishes 9th. They come crashing, careening across the line. Clausen finishes 9th. Hilquich finishes 12th. Points will be coming in a minute. We're gonna have that.
Not in a minute. I don't know about that.
Well, okay. Give me a second.
But
All right. Anyways.
all right, I'm probably gonna hop on my jet and head back to Charlotte because
Okay.
yeah.
enjoy your interviews there. And actually, hold on. Yeah, let's see points real quick.
Well, it's not. It's gonna take me a little bit.
Oh. Well, if that's the case, we'll catch you next. Is it next week?
What?
Or do we have a break? Talladega.
No, it's next week. Yeah.
All right. Well, I will see me race in Talladega. So, yeah. See you.
Okay. So real quick, let me just make sure the stages are all right. Okay, stage is okay. No one got a 0x, obviously. I mean, honestly, I just don't even know what to say about this race. That was kind of, I'm sorry, it was kind of a disgrace. There were, let me count for you. There were 22 cautions. We have officially broken the record. The most cautions in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League history. We doubled last season here in Martinsville somehow. White wins again. This time for his grandmother. That's very special. Give us a minute. All right, so the points are official.
Yeah, Ethan Chandler, I'm getting tired of this hold up. I mean, what are we doing, man?
We have just decided the playoffs. Nothing changes, and eliminated drivers Bryce Benson, William Reagan, Cole Clausen, Connor Havrilla. Moving on, Matthew White, Braden Hunsaker, Cameron Chandler, Ashton Miller, Dylan Banks, John Butler, and Sean Hilquich. Anyways, we got Cameron Chandler in here. Just, I don't even know where to start off. Just, you start off.
Yeah, so I don't even, this race was so awful, so many crashes. I don't even remember why I qualified. I don't even remember what happened in the first stage of the race. I just know that we survived the race. We made it past 13 laps for the first time this round, and we're moving on to the next one where we have some good races. So hopefully we can go win. Maybe Talladega and Dover, and Texas needs to be demolished.
All right, you're heading into Talladega. You won the last super speedway race in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. So does that give you any added confidence?
Yeah, I mean, we have great teammates. We all know how to work well at super speedways and stay up front. And we're adding Bryce Benton to our call for next week, so we have an extra car. So hopefully we can, at least the playoff guys in there can get 1, 2, 3, and Bryce Benton can get a good finish too.
All right, Cameron, well, we'll see you next week in Talladega. And good job moving on.
Yeah, you're an absolute fatty. I hope we never come back here ever again. Fat
we
mania.
won't. All right.
The Eagles suck, by the way.
Okay, 1 and 3.
And Toyota. Toyota's awful too.
Okay, more wins than Chevy this year. Okay. Anyways, of course, Sean Hilquich will beat Cole Clausen by 6 points, and he will advance to the round of 8. So nothing changes technically for the who's in, who's out, but more post-race interviews upcoming. Anyways, next up is going to be Richard Cherry finished 5th. Richard Cherry, you survived this week. Somehow, some way, you did it. Take me through how you just survived tonight.
Well, I caused 2 yellows, so I don't know if I would say survive. I was just lucky that I'm gonna give if anything for the field tonight, I'm gonna give a shout out for avoiding me in those wrecks. I mean, I was lucky tonight, so I know top 5 of the Cup season is pretty good. Just yeah, I kind of feel bad that I was part of the chaos. So I don't know. The first yellow was just me downshifted and got looser, and the second yellow was I saved the car, and then I expect the car to be loose again. So P5. That's about it.
All right, so we head next week to Talladega for the Xfinity Series reset rounds. You guys will enter that Xfinity race, first race of the round of 8, plus 26 already to the good with your playoff points. So does those playoff points give you any added buffer, you think?
Yep, because Talladega's going. Well, actually, Talladega's going to be the cleanest race. I'm not kidding, because the cleanest races have been super. Well, for Xfinity, not as much, but for Cup, Talladega has been the cleanest. Talladega, the super speed have been the cleanest races. So
I don't know about all that, but anyways, nice job, Cherry, and we'll see you next week in Talladega.
All right, thank you.
All right. Ultimately, Cameron Chandler will enter exit plus 24. Ashton Miller will enter exit plus 18. Dylan Banks got saved by the stage points. Just got taken out after running so well tonight. I mean, Matthew White, again, like this round, he has taken advantage. Hasn't had the fastest car, I don't think I would say. Just takes advantage. And Dylan Banks, man, he has been on the complete opposite of that spectrum. I don't know what he's got to do. So many times throughout this round, I thought Dylan Banks could have had the win, but just, again, slips out. This is probably his best shot to win in this round. Unfortunately for him, won't be able to do that tonight, but will still advance to the next round of the playoffs for defending Cup Series champion. All right. Kind of real lowest one of the points. Exits minus 21. Of course, out of the playoffs. All right. Anyways, coming up next. How about finishing P6, Ashton Miller? Ashton Miller, you finished P6. You will advance as well. You'll exit plus 18 to the good after good stage points and good race points. But we had to talk about what happened there with coming to 2 to go. Looks like you just overdrove the entry way too deep.
Yeah, I was so sorry for everything. I don't even know what happened. I was just trying to make the corner and I didn't even see the corner. I'm gonna be real honest. I was just so locked in trying to get past Herquich, I didn't even really see the corner. So if I get a penalty, I completely understand. But that was just because I knew as soon as I made that mess up, I was like, this is not gonna end well for anyone. I'm just glad that we got through the corner somehow, some way, and we didn't kill any more people than we did.
Well, so of course, as of now, unless something changes, you guys are in the playoffs heading into the next round. So you did a really solid job this round. Two top tens here to get yourself in at Charlotte and Martinsville tonight. So are you proud of that whole effort, and does that give you any momentum heading into the next round? Talladega, Dover, and Texas.
I mean, honestly, I was surprised we even made it at all, considering that we missed Vegas, because I thought Martinsville was gonna be our breaking point because I really don't like Martinsville. But I'm just surprised that we made it as far as we did, and yeah, I'm really happy that we did it because that was one hell of a battle. Holy.
All right, Ashton. Well, nice job here, finishing in the top 10 for the second straight week. Another top 10 finish on the season. I know you haven't talked about this in a while, but you're up to 15 top 10 finishes this season. I believe tied for the second most behind Matthew White, who has 17. And we'll see you next week in Talladega.
All right, thank you.
Next up, Ethan McMillan. How about him coming home in 7th? How about a 7th place finish for you, Ethan McMillan? What a day it was for you. I saw you almost running inside the top 5 at one point. You were backwards a few times as well, like everyone was in this race. Just take me through the absolute chaos that was Martinsville.
Well, I don't really know where to start. Really, the car felt pretty good. I had a very poor qualifying run as I messed up my brake bias in qualifying. But I started in the back and honestly was cruising around pretty good. I thought it was pretty good staying in the back for the first few laps. I felt better on the long run. But once the cautions came out, it was just kind of survive like the Xfinity race. I only spun out by myself, so I guess I had my own skill issues in the race. But really, I think the racing was not bad when we went green. There was just a lot of, like, cautions and that kind of stuff. Other than that, though, I mean, I know that was the majority of the race, but the actual racing itself was pretty good when it went green.
All right, so we head to Talladega. This is your best finish of the season. A second race in a row, you're actually getting points as well. Next week, it's Talladega. Unfortunately, your teammate Cole Clausen is going to exit this race out of the playoffs -6. Did a good job, though, but heading next week to Talladega, nothing to lose for you two. What's going to be ultimately the game plan there in Alabama?
Well, I mean, really, I've been trying the strategy of running up front more. The M&F racing strategy has been a lot more of conservative, be there at the end most of the time. But recently, we've been trying to run up front more, so kind of the strategy this time we're thinking is to run up front as much as we can, just get to the front early, and hopefully it spreads out behind, but I don't know if I will be making it to Talladega because I might be on some trip that might take him over, so I don't know.
All right, Ethan, well, nice job. Top 10 finish. First one in a while for you guys. And if you make Talladega, we'll see you there next week.
Yep, thank you.
Next up, going to be Cole Clausen. Unfortunately, he will not advance. Cole Clausen, you did everything you could tonight. Chaotic race. No one really was able to. No one was really safe tonight. Ultimately, it won't be enough. You'll exit -6 to the cut line on Sean Hilquich, and you will be eliminated from the playoffs here in the round of 12. Just give me your thoughts on this one. Finished 9th. Had Hilquich, just wasn't enough.
Yeah, obviously everyone was this stupid this race, basically just like Xfinity race. Yeah, all I gotta say is that Miller should be suspended for his shenanigans on the final lap. I'm definitely biased, but I think he should be suspended and I should be able to take his spot in the playoffs. But I know that's not going to happen. But yeah, just everyone was stupid. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I definitely expected to be out of the playoffs, but it is what it is. We'll go on to these final few races. Racing like it could potentially be my last full-time season in the Cup Series, and yeah, we'll just take it from there. Hopefully, we can make some noise at Talladega, maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah, so I mean, like, is this? I don't want to say any added like less weight on your shoulders. Obviously, not in contention for a championship, but just now able to go for wins at this point. Does that maybe like lessen the stress? Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go for wins as much as we can. You know, my aggression level is not gonna go down if I'm not in the playoffs. So we're definitely a little aggressive tonight. But you know, it's Martinsville. You got to be aggressive if you want to go to the front because everyone is aggressive. But what Miller did on the final lap was way over the edge. I don't think he hit the brake pedal once. So he deserves a penalty. That's all I gotta say. And hopefully we can go on to whatever races next week and just run up front there.
All right, Cole. Well, nice job still on the run tonight, and we'll see you next week in Talladega.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, next up, gonna be Zayn Rahman gets a top 10 finish. Zayn Rahman, probably this is the most chaotic Cup race of all time. Obviously, the most cautions, and yeah, you guys somehow come home with a top 10 in this one. So take me through how you survive the chaos there at the end, and we'll finish 10th.
Well, I finished where I started, Ethan. So yeah, my Moose Chevy had like a bunch of potential. I thought I was gonna get wrecked like last win, like yesterday, but I thought it was gonna be chaotic as Xfinity as yesterday, and it was like, I mean, for the starting point, it wasn't, but after stage one, then yeah, all hell broke loose, and especially on that last lap, and that's how I managed to even got like a top 10.
So heading next week to Talladega, you guys, your whole team at Track Speed and Screaming Luigi Racing in the Xfinity Series side has been really solid at these super speedways. Even when the iCar race there, unfortunately, iCar is having a little bit of an issue, so they won't be racing next week at Talladega. But we do have the truck race instead, Xfinity and Cup, and then lobbies. Full packed week of Talladega action. What's your plan next week?
Well, I won my week at Daytona like a few weeks ago. I think it's time for I get my team in a win. So yeah, we'll be aiming to do that.
All right, Zane. Well, nice job on the run tonight, finishing top 10. We'll see you next week in Talladega.
Oh yeah, by the way, I wall ride it at the end. So yeah, okay.
All right. I don't know why he would tell me, but anyways, coming up next is going to be Connor Haverhill, finished 11th and will not advance. Connor Haverhill, the odds were kind of against you guys entering this race, bottom in the playoff standings. You did a good job. You ran in the top 10 a lot of this race, really, really impressively. Unfortunately, it'll be minus 21 here at the end, and you guys will not advance. You'll be eliminated for the second straight season in the round of 12. Just give me your thoughts here and ultimately not advancing.
We had a quick number 50 machine in the beginning. We were struggling a little bit, middle of the corner, but we were at least hanging around top 5 in the top 10, and we're doing good, doing our thing, and then eventually we got ran through by the 22, and then it was going downhill from there, and they got ran through again later on. But once I got ran through that first time, I think that concluded the race for the most part.
So unfortunately for you guys, eliminated from the playoffs, but still racing to come. Next week is Talladega. You guys have been good on the super speedways, of course. And then we got a Texas race and a Dover race and a Homestead Miami race to finish out the season. So you maybe see another potential, maybe even a win coming up here soon. You've been close to a lot of them in this season.
Yeah, we've had speed at certain tracks. Tonight definitely being one of them. We'll just see how the rest of the races go and which one we want to choose and do, and try to go out there and get a win for our team.
All right, Connor. Well, nice job on the run tonight. Connor, ultimately finishing 11th place. Not going to be enough to make the playoffs, make the next round of the playoffs, I should say. But we'll see you next week from Talladega.
Thank you.
That's Havrilla. All right, anyways, up next going to be William Reagan, finishes 13, will not advance. Liam Reagan, you'll finish 13th. Chaotic race tonight. I mean, who knows? Who knew it was going to happen? And ultimately, it's going to be 13th place. 11 points below the line. You will finish it out, and you will not advance to the next round of the playoffs. Only scored, I believe, 5 or so points today, and ultimately, it'll not be enough. Just give me your thoughts on that.
Well, I called it before the race that it would be the longest race of the year in terms of cautions. Martinsville just always delivers this many cautions. I was not surprised. Overall, this race kind of just was bad from the start. I got damage on lap 40 from an incident that wasn't a caution. And from there, I was just fighting an uphill battle. And anytime I'll get into the top 10, I'll get doored up the track in the wall. I would get in top 10 again. I'll get spun out again. It was just impossible to make it through the field without just getting wrecked. That it was just better to stay in the back of the field and let people wreck in front of you. And unfortunately, finally had track position for a top 10, and I got spun out there with coming to the white, and that was just kind of summed up the entire night for everyone, really. It was just a really kind of stupid race for everyone. Everyone's kind of irritated right now. I got wrecked like 5 times, so I don't know. It all comes down to last week in that late race caution. That's kind of the difference, keeping me out in the next round.
But still an impressive season all around for you guys. We head, of course, next week to Talladega, so anything could happen there. Do you have any expectations to that race? You'll have your teammate John Butler maybe even help out, who's in the playoffs the next round.
I actually, unfortunately, can't make next week. I'm gonna be in Las Vegas for the real life race weekend, so I'm gonna take a little 1 week break, and I'll come back for whatever the race is after that. Hopefully, I can be well rested.
All right, well, we will see you in Dover in 2 weeks then.
All right, see ya.
Next, Dylan Banks. Unfortunate finish. Dylan Banks, man, this is one that you probably should have won at this point. I mean, you didn't lead as many laps as last season, but you had a chance there at the end, and ultimately just not enough. And you got pile driven there at the end of the race, and you still finished 14th, but you still will advance to the next round. Just take me through those final few laps.
Yeah, just everybody going for it, man. When you get a bunch of cautions and little laps to go towards the end, everybody's pushing as hard as they can, and I know it was. Want to deeply apologize to Sean. Wasn't my intentions at all getting into him right there. Locked it up, trying to stay off of him, and just got on the brakes too hard, and it just locked up and just went straight up the track. I didn't know if he was going low, high, but I was trying to stay off of him. Didn't want to punt him out the way like I know a bunch of people would. But yeah, I really didn't know if he was going bottom, top, so I got on the brakes a little too hard, and it locked up. And it caused that stack up. So I'm glad he rebounded and got third out of it. Definitely hate it though, man. Had a winning car for sure. Feel like the fastest car on the track. Just sometimes things just don't go your way. That's just part of racing. But yeah, it sucks too because the racing over the last couple weeks has been absolutely atrocious. I mean, I'm not calling out any names. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. This league it's been absolutely atrocious over the past month with the racing, racecraft especially. People just overdriving, using you up, wrecking. It's just awful. And it makes me just sit there and think like I want to leave right now. Like I know the plan is to retire at the end of the year for sure. Especially going to the Gen 4. Gen 4 is not going to make anything different. It's just more horsepower and more horsepower for people to wreck. If they're already wrecking in the next gens, they're going to be wrecking in the Gen 4s for sure. But yeah, definitely hate it. I don't know. I'm going to sit and think long and hard about it because I definitely want to finish out the season, want to get another championship. But the racing over the last month just makes me want to call it quits after tonight.
All right, well, Dylan, we head next week to Talladega. Talladega, Dover, in Texas. Do any of those tracks maybe stand out for you? Of course, you won Texas last season.
Yeah, Talladega anybody can win. Just all about luck. Well, it takes a lot of skill too, but it takes a lot of luck. Yeah, looking forward to Dover in Texas. Really good tracks. Really fun, especially Dover. That's a blast. Wouldn't be surprised to see Aiden Donahue strap it up again for Dover, especially how much he likes Dover. But yeah, it's exciting the next couple tracks we go to, but the people don't excite me. And it's just gonna be the same thing over and over again. It's the end of the year with these guys in here.
All right, Dylan. Well, nice job still on the race tonight. Sorry I didn't end the way you wanted to, but we'll see you next week in Talladega.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Coming up next. One more interview to go, Max DiFilippi. So Max Diffie, you guys had the most chaotic race ever. I think I saw you backwards about, I don't even know how many times. Just what was
I
going
was
on there?
backwards more time than on sports. So I think everyone was talking crap about me, but at the end of the day in the interview room, I showed them that it was my shifter. My shifter is broken, and just about every corner it would go from fourth to second, just not even third. So yeah, but we went from the back to top 10 more times than I can count. I should get more credit than that, honestly. But then what ended my race was it went from fourth on the straightaway straight to first, and it just blew up. So that sucks. We would have had easily a top 5 possibly there at the end, but all in all, I'm happy that I at least showed some speed, and it sucks that my shifter made it to where it made me look like an idiot the whole time and just spun out. But definitely got spun out a lot by like other people. One of them was by Cole Clausen, but he apologized and we're fine. So yeah, it just sucks that that happened, and hoping to look forward to it. Hoping to do better next week at Dega.
All right, Max. Well, of course, super speedway. Your team is very solid on those super speedways. So, do you think you can get more momentum and possibly even get a victory there?
Yeah, I want to thank Connor Aswell for helping me there because was clueless. I'm like, if my shift is broken, what do I do at Dega? You know what I mean? Going fifth to first on the straightaway, but he just walked me through what to do to help it, and means a lot, honestly. Same with my crew chief and spotter, Christopher Lowell, and Knox Thompson, who was there supporting me the whole time. So means a lot by everybody.
All right, Max. Well, we will see you next week in Talladega.
See you there.
That'll do it tonight. My God, I am, Lord Jesus. So unofficially, well, of course, like I said, those are earlier. Unofficially, this is the standings. These are the standings entering Talladega. Those are the cars that'll make the round of 12. So that'll do it tonight. God, what a week in Martinsville. There were a combined 43 cautions. I don't even know what to say. Good God. Okay, well, we're done. That'll do it. We'll see you. I'm very excited for next week, Talladega, for the Truck Series on Tuesday. So we'll see you then.